reason we got excited about this Astralis lineup was Fuzi.
Yes.
It was directly related to how awesome and explosive, and you know, he was this aggressive opper that we've never really seen on Astralis before, and that made it very fun, and it seemed to work very well, especially when you look at some of the pieces on this team. Hooksy's called for an aggressive style of play on G2. Gabby played on an aggressive, heroic. Fuzi loves that style. Stair always been very explosive, so it felt like that was everything clicking at the same time, and a bit of a mystery as to why the consistency hasn't kept up for Fuzi. I feel like he's going to be, you know, the cynosure of the conversation in this series to determine whether or not Astralis are back in form.
To Fuzi that said he felt as though this season was feeling a little bit better, but he does still finish the online portion with a 1.05. Ryu gets overwhelmed, Fuzi can't deliver, and Snow's got a pretty quick headshot onto the Astralis in-game leader. You love a 5v3 at this point. If you're paiN, group up and to follow through down into the B site. Nobody can put up resistance here for the Astralis camp. paiN on the brink of a T-side pistol to no resistance.
It feels like paiN are in some kind of uptrend. I mean, chemistry, like it's clicking a little bit. Safe is fitting in a way that we weren't sure about, obviously, and QZ. Size 13s on NQZ, you know what I mean? Those are big shoes to fill. To me, this matchup does look like that classic. One team is trending up. Both teams inconsistent. One team's trending up, one team's not. And so therefore, form-wise, you can really see it for paiN. I never like predicting paiN because you just never know what you're going to get out of this team. They're so hard to like forecast. But like this week, they do feel pretty good.
Yeah, I never like predicting them to win, but I do enjoy watching them win.
Oh, definitely.
You know, that's the weird duality of paiN at times. And they have been kind of alleviating that curse. You know, the B-Trams numbers backed this up when we said that, like, they'll watch them lose their map picks in far too many series.
Yeah.
That really hasn't been as big of an issue here at Bounty. So I think that kind of taps into, like you're saying, that upwards trend surely helps when you can just win out. And again, it was a 13-11 victory back in Cologne on this very map. You had paiN working hard for that win. Snow a driving factor. Now, Desert Eagles at distance don't even really pressure that cross out of paiN, so they'll take up secret control, leave VSM on top of main. The answer from Astralis, instead of trying to press up against outer, to get this information inside of lobby. So they're going to crunch, find that clear, and we'll see what that does in terms of opening rotates lower. But paiN have also kind of hit the pause button for a second, taking over the vents. Ryu is in position, the one and only here for Astralis.
It's real crazy seeing Puria still on T roof. I wonder how he's going to punish in this spot. I mean, this is calling the round over, though. We don't know that yet.
Oh! Stairs here now and finds that headshot on the three-player scramble that just burst down the door. No answer. What? Not one kill from paiN in the three players that try to push out that single door.
Down the vent, I mean, VSM doesn't... Okay, he'll get cleared now, but it won't matter. He gets the kill on Hooksy. One vulnerable player in the back of the site.
Teammates still all the way back up in lobby. I mean, this is very much VSM alone, and bomb possession here for Astralis. This one's done. Wow. You got a whole squad of players ready for VSM to even hope he can take that bomb.
You never know what you're going to get with paiN.
Even with the frag, he would have had to extend into the site. Everybody else would have found him. So paiN win the pistol and then trip up over their own feet, not being able to exit single. You know, it's one thing, I think, for the player backside. Hold on. AK? Okay. Held. Ryu getting his, cool, he's got cover, he is deep in the site, it catches you off, but Stair exposed on the base of ramp to that three-player scramble out the door, that's a 5-7 headshot that really sets this up on a jumping player, no less. Like this one you understand, guy's not looking at him, etc.
That one? That one I don't understand. Any one of those traits could have been a multi-kill. Instead, just the CT's coming up. It's like they traded aim between the pistol and the anti-eco. paiN came out hot.
So Astralis quick to put a stick in the spokes of paiN. Over the handlebars they go. Face plant in round 2. Guns shift hands in the form of that Galil for Ryu. deep angle. Oh, just not quick enough to the trigger. In fact, not on the trigger. Doesn't shoot back. VSM finds the headshot.
Yeah, pretty solid clear. Actually makes things a little sketchy. And it could come down to Piria's awareness because there'll be players on both sides of him.
Yeah, nice
check
Yabby
off here for Yabby.
And Yabby was a monster in the online portion of Bounty. Above a 1.4 rating over the 6 maps they played. I mean, huge driving force in their success.
This is an interesting setup from Astralis. They kind of preset all their final rotations. They have one playing clock. They had that side position inside a secret. Not ready to, I guess because they didn't have utility, they thought, all right, let's just cheat into all these positions. And a self-flash gets Hooksy killed. Or sorry, it gets Hooksy the kill.
That Tech9 not able to entry. The scout now at bat, and you've got players here ready to swarm. I mean, Rio's just going to fly up that ladder if Jabby needs it. Big if. Jabby delivers his first multi-kill of the game with the triple versus the force buy back from paiN. And now they are strapped for cash, damn near all sub $2,000. This is a fantastic way for the CT side to start now. And that's the weird one. I mean, this is such an off angle from Stair, I think. In terms of your first position, you think about people playing Secret, this is your first round there, and you take that corner, and I think you'd get a kill.
Yeah.
But VSM, good head on those shoulders.
Hey, this is a smart guy.
Nice double! AK Hulk, AK Hulk.
Jabbo?
Give me that AK.
Yes, Jabbo? Who would be Jabbo, is it?
Jabby?
Was it, though? Not Yabbo?
Nade in the pack, pistols push through, and yeah, shooting gallery in the ramp room. If Astralis can really get through this one unscathed, oof, they're eating, and eating well. Cash in the back pockets, staving off paiN's attempts. Obviously, again, kind of embarrassing round 2, but here comes paiN's rebound with a full buy.
That's a fair bit of momentum that they just grabbed off that second round. They've done very well to find this spot. paiN like a box of chocolates, man.
Stairs hoping to go unnoticed with this fight back main queued up in a moment, or if he's even better off, it's that silo blindside. But you can see the attention turn. Yeah, lovely stuff to wallbang that box. VSM's not falling for your tricks.
That might have just been a mistake of his gun.
Ooh, and then Snow gives it back over, losing a duel to Fuzi by a 7 health difference. One shot will get that job done. Ryu down, tagged out by VSM. And then Fuzi's lucky to be alive. He goes from 7 to 2 HP.
How does that only do 5 damage? It's a distance and a wall bang.
You'd think there's nothing Fuzi can get done in this round now, and so pressure on Jabby and Hooksy to be heroes downstairs. And Jabby's in the right spot, but can't win the duel. It's Big Uzera right in with the impact. B-site now clearly belongs to paiN. And so, yes, embarrassing, they can't convert the pistol, but their first real gun round back into the action, and they rebound from what was looking scary only for a moment, right? Losing Snow outside, but VSM gets so much more value after Snow's death that this one comes up convincing. Oops. Little, however, cost for the road as Fuzi has now secured his exit.
That was fun watching VSM go for taps like that from on top of the silo. You don't normally see that. Yeah, it felt very old school. And that was a two-way street. Ryu was like, let me try that.
Yeah, can you die, please? But no. What's Jabby mad about? Hang in there, buddy.
I don't like losing either.
Well, Astralis still up 3-2 and able to reset into full guns. Now we've got the op on Fuzi, which with as much presence as we've had outside, we'll see how he wants to get his hands on this round. A reminder that you can always live trade the game on Poly Market.
All right, Fuzi. We've been waiting for this. We're on land now, so we can forget about anything that happened before. Got a CT side nuke.
Hey there.
Just there, doesn't get tricked.
Where are you going, buddy? Jabby from the top rope, drops the elbow on 2, and this one, pretty much a wrap already. Safe and VSM very much separated, so they can try to get stringy, creepy, and crawl out into a fight that could maybe reopen this, but bombs inside of the hut. They're gonna chuck a nade on it. That does 2 damage, but now Safe dead downstairs. VSM, this is a long save, brother, if you even want to try it.
He's like trying to find the bomb, I feel like.
You can see his eyes just glued to the radar.
I'd like to know where it is, too. This game's really funny because has any round been close? It's just been like paiN, insane on the pistol. Astralis, insane on the force buy. Astralis, 2 conversions that are super simple. paiN, run over Astralis on their first buy, and then Astralis answer right back.
Hey, J-Raz, where's that bomb at? This is a beautiful cinematic angle, but...
Ooh, okay, we can go.
Okay, he's smooth. Oh, he's smooth, eh? Oh, he's smooth. Okay,
wow.
He's smooth.
He went to the sauna this morning.
Yeah, I heard they threw a goose in there.
They're telling me there was like a sauna goblin.
Okay. Pimps?
It's
Oh, no?
he would do it. He said it's when someone they put their finger up between the benches.
Okay. Yeah, and?
I don't know. That's what the Danish guys were telling me. They asked me to come, but I didn't look very excited when they told me that. But Jay, he's really excited.
It's got him locked in.
He said he's a brand new man. That's what he said.
How does one become the sauna goblin? Just asking for a friend. Is there a...
I think first you got to do it for free.
You got an application
work your
link
way
or
up.
something? I'm looking for a new hobby. I mean, my friend's looking for a new hobby.
Yeah, I think volunteering is probably the best route.
Okay. Passion, then. Yeah.
I think everyone asks for money, you know, to get a job like that, but
Right.
you need a self-starter.
Well, I'm a freelancer after all.
Tenta passar o bloco tag também. Bora nesse.
Well, paiN are a bit stretched thin. There's kind of a lot riding on this round and not a lot to work with. Low util means this is going to be a... It should be an easy round for Fuzi. I think we could put it that way. He might have a couple chances as, you know, some angles will have to get peaked without utility. He's playing outside. Okay, got the wall smokes up. Does it blow this open? Just barely missing his crosshairs, though. It's not bad for paiN.
Still no confirmation, even though there's 5 players over here. Even that nade doesn't confirm any actual number. Well spammed.
There we go. There's info.
You get Pyria dead and then Safe also. Unknown to Astralis, but down to 40 HP. They could still try to play the numbers game downstairs. Obviously, they had a Tech 9 player to spare. But Astralis, just because of the silence, have also decided to move numbers lower. And these are 2 strong spots for the defenders to try to now hold off this explosive attempt to take over the bomb site. Single door swung. Jabby waiting for the single peek. Safe takes his time, though. He's got the Tech 9, so why would he really swing into that duel? Lets the riflers come out from double doors, and that catches Jabby off awkwardly.
Again, really tense moment.
All
Heat
in.
want this.
Ramp retake, smoke flash to try to get you out, or maybe a Fuzi op shot to really get the ball rolling. Oh, but down goes Stair first and foremost. Now it's Hooksy onto the AWP. And as he walks out, Fuzi goes down. HooXi still just waiting for something to shoot at. Very nicely done from paiN, tiptoeing their way into lower, just shrouded behind those outer smokes. And things could have gone better if Jabby gets a chance to shoot back, but that delayed single peek really just had him stuck in the mud.
Yeah, and they had the pre-rotate again there from Ryu. He was in place in time. It was a 4v5 win. That's quite a steal out of paiN. It was looking very good up until this moment where they were unspotted, even if, you know, some damage. They didn't have a confirmation on anything, but with the kill, it felt like, oh, well, this is the odds of paiN shooting way down. But they still somehow managed to get away with their original game plan, which is simply take lower. They really didn't have the flexibility to go anywhere else either.
Fuzi back on his op, couldn't find anybody to shoot at when they tried to pop smokes open, so now he'll play from behind red. There's been a lot of presence top silo, so not surprised to see him glancing up there. And Stairs not shying away from letting him know exactly where he is. No creep up forward just yet. We've had a lot of presence behind main as well, but it's gone unnoticed.
I wonder, like, it feels like Snow is very aware that someone could have pushed. Okay,
Gets caught.
He gets his time.
Oh, but Puria's able to answer back onto Jabby, and he already had that first kill onto Stair, so 2 players off the 8th floor. You could see why paiN would want to transition into this hit. Oh, it's great, though! HooXi, 2 headshots, finds himself damage on the 3rd. And now Puria trying to do everything so far, but he doesn't know that he's being hunted down. Ryu crawls out through those rafters, safe to the 1v2 clutch. Finally, a close enough round that it could go either way.
Yeah.
But it banks on this off, beating Fuzi's, and it won't. 2 survive for Astralis as they extend this lead to 2.
Ooh, man. Got to give that one to HooXi for sure. From the top of the HUD, if he doesn't get that hold, if it goes 1-for-1 on the trades, it could be way too hard to retake the site. So now we get a situation where it's, you know, knife edge in these last 2 rounds. But again, just going back and forth.
Let's go! Come on!
They were getting places.
Yeah.
If those numbers don't inspire you, that's an improvement. Let it be known. Presence announced, just stomping their way through, and an AK grabbed by a fully health Biguzera. From 2 to 3 rifles, paiN, again a moment where they've got to just kind of keep it simple, move in with what they earned off the opening. Jabby's decided to go quiet, door swings, and they clear him. Biguzera tearing through. As bomb changes hands, secures this round, paiN have again just cracked the whip with no real announcement until it's time to go, and Astralis can't hold them back this time.
I don't know how to characterize this map so far. It's opening kills turning into rounds like that when you look at Ryu's spot. Obviously, we talked about this yesterday with Masuda, but if you are responsible for ramp, you play a committed angle. There's no early rotation. The round can be lost if you die. You can just make it into lower so quickly that now you see what happens. Control side gets taken, and then when control side is taken, the bomb gets planted. They know that paiN are kind of spending a lot of their money to like put this round together after they just won. Maybe you want to reinforce a place like ramp. I'm surprised to see no one boosting up inside of ramp. That's just not getting played a lot right now. But it's kind of like this is just a little bit too easy. You even have a smoke that's too deep. He's smoking all the way up to trophy. If he's not right in front of it, they can actually sneak on the wall and scale towards him. Even if he gets the first kill, you have a second guy that's right there ready to trade. And again, there's no one else from the CT side ready to come into ramp.
Limitations be damned. Astralis thinking they can get back in with a bottoming out buy. You get Fuzi trying to make moves through hut. Caught, clipped lightly. And he'll peel back on his terms. It's felt like Snow's had a lot of potential for moments so far on this T side. Attacking outer has actually fallen victim more often than not. to CT's pushed forward. So now he's finding all this vacant space, takes over Secret.
Dude, look at this map. There's one guy in mini. There's no one in ramp. The double Secret push here. Snow's in a great spot to watch for it.
Takes Jabby's head off, a bit awkward to jump into the railing like that, introducing inaccuracy, just presenting essentially the trade back to the defense. And like you mentioned, with all that open map control, they had to make their move forward. So strong trade from Astralis. When the hut peek doesn't go well, it's nice to see they've got a second course of action. Now, Fuzi hears all this fast movement. Biguzera not going to have an element of surprise, and Hooksy wins the duel with the lesser weapon. Closes that gap.
I thought he was running so much because he just wanted them to look for him, but then he actually ended up looking for a duel.
And so paiN are going to have to resort back to just looking to hit this lower site. But once again, when we've had CTs in these deep committed positions, can't help but give them the odds.
Oh.
Big entry from VSM. Safe should get blindsided here. Dark player activates. You're going to know there's one backside still. VSM looking to lock in with this MP9. He's got the edge over Hooksy. That was the support that's meant to save him. Dude, VSM is an animal so far this game.
Yeah.
The fact that, like you alluded to, 10 seconds left, he's got to run in. He does it, slams into Ryu, clears him off the site, right into the bomb plant, and 2 additional kills. So for a moment where paiN are getting scarily close to losing to the clock, great to see VSM just seize control of the moment.
This is just, like, Astralis are winning. Obviously, paiN have some mistakes here, but the couple of situations Ryu has died in lower, it's like, it doesn't really make sense. You have a spot where now you've actually created 2 isolated duels when you've already pre-rotated downstairs. You shouldn't be desperate like that. 10 seconds left over, there should be no way to find a plant with 2 guys in the floor ready to defend. At the very minimum, someone should have been able to get that instant kill on the cross. They wouldn't have to go for the plant. There's a lot of untraded kills.
Oh, man, your USPs have been found out. Single 5-7s, all Astralis are going to have to play with this round, so getting desperate into Squeaky and found by paiN already. That 5-7's downstairs as well, so this A site, even with 2 players on, it's prime for the taking. You've got even a Mac 10 if you want to just throw it out there. But paiN will just sit on the pause button for a second. You'd hate to get embarrassed when you have a genuine chance at taking over what's left of this T side. Quota met already here by paiN. Looking for the trimmings. You've locked off Vent with this player inside of Squeaky, so willing to throw it downstairs. Ryu's not even going to get vision on the bomb planter. Vent immediately punished by Puria. There's the 5-7, at least 1 headshot back. But alas, 6th round secured by paiN.
You know, I mentioned that when this team was formed, like when International got Fuzi, that's the guy we were excited about. But it was actually also Ryu. Like his form right away was really impressive for somebody that was lesser known. His score line is not bad here. He's got 9 kills, but honestly, almost all of his deaths have resulted in round wins for paiN. Trouble on ramp, trouble when he's rotated lower. And the weirdest part is that usually it's like caught out of position means you die, but he's always in a good position. He's always in clock, back of sight, on the railing. They're on time, not getting his.
Just owned by VSM, to be honest.
Yeah.
The 2 times he's been up in those rafters, it's just VSM swings double or single and instantly blows his head off. So VSM clearly looking like the best player in the server tonight. And that would be on par for the first portion of this event as well. 1.3 rating in the online stage of Bounty. Off to the races, now sitting across the stage from his opponents. But obviously last round they took a knee so that they could afford this. Fuzi back on and off, chance to leave his mark outside again. We've seen him get aggressive behind the red box. We've seen him so passive that he's stuck behind smokes. Now he's sort of playing that middle ground, and it works. Snow has very often tried to get that position behind main, and Fuzi finds his pathing to punish and earn the 5v4.
The opening deaths go both ways. When paiN's got caught lurking into mini or outside, it's definitely not been a pervasive performance from him, where he's just, kind of shrunk the map in everywhere, taking space away, sometimes just flat out kill.
VSM dead, somebody else is going to have to pick it up. Doesn't seem likely. Big crunch from Astralis into the lobby. They at least fight on their terms in the final round of the CT side. It's commendable. paiN able to rush down the doors and earn this 6-round T side. We're tied heading into the second half.
We're here at the BLAST Bounty. paiN, they survived the online tests before them. First question I want to ask for you guys is about Safe, actually, for Big Uzera. I mean, you played with him 4 years ago, so how is it getting him back on the team? How does it feel like he's changed?
To be honest, he's such a nice guy outside of the service. He's the best person that you can have in the team.
What do you think happened when he was on Fury and MIBR that led to him just being like all right, but when he was with you guys, he was excellent?
If the team is not like as a family, he just don't perform, He's not the helper that you have to say everything. He has a lot of ideas, and some ideas is not exactly like you think.
So Snow, have you worked with Safe at all? Has he given you any ideas?
Yeah, Safe is a very dedicated player, and I'm very happy to play with him. All the time he tells me something in the game, and I just try to improve.
I know you've changed a few roles recently. Like, how has that impacted your play?
I think I'm feeling very comfortable in the team. I'm working a lot in my gameplay, and I think I'm playing a really good CS right now, but I have to be better in some moments.
What would you say caused the most recent season to not be as good as some of the ones in the past?
When you play a long time with the same player, with the same lineup, probably you get better results, but sometimes the change comes and you have to make it. You have to deal with some struggling moments in the team in short time,
So what do you think then the upside for VSM and Puria are?
They used to play in Brazil, so there is such a different Counter-Strike. The way that we play is more like a European style than the Brazilian one. In Brazil is a lot of aggressive and always forcing some plays. You can see the whole potential, but at the same time you have to teach everything about the European style.
We think about you as this really strong fragging IGL. You slot in a few new players. Do you find it hard to find your own game plan, your own gameplay with new players where you have to stare at the radar all the time?
Yeah, for sure. I'm a kind of IGL that is not like usual because I don't play in those roles that most of them plays. When we make some changes, I have to control the new players also, telling them what to do and these kind of things. If I have more focus just in my game, probably I will be better. We have right now 2 analysts, we have a coach, and I try to focus more on my individual level.
I guess the last question for me is just what is the expectation for paiN at this event from your guys' perspective?
If we play in the same way that we play it in online, I will be happy, and I think that the results can be for our side. Yeah, I think this is the main point. I think this is the goal for all the team, and to be happy and play our own game.
Well, they should be happy. 6 solid rounds on the attack. And, well, paiN, sure, maybe could have gotten a little more value out of that had they strung some of the other rounds together, Mo, but Astralis put up a fight, and we end up here. 6-6, swapping of the sides. Obviously, paiN having already won this map recently in Cologne with a 13-11. Why not? Let's keep it close.
I think this is a map where both teams leave a lot on the table. I think VSM is the sole player who kind of just leaves it all out there. And Fuzi opens up this pistol. I mean, every round at this point is just, it could be the one that makes a difference with how close these teams are playing. Good kill from Fuzi.
They hear that rumbling down beneath, so, Hooksy's not gonna let VSM escape. Snow let him know he was coming, but VSM loses the duel. And they let these players surpass Ven. Big Uzera's gonna try to attack from behind, hoping to blindside, but with no ramp control. Safe, your time limited, brother. Sat out in the open as they swing out through double doors, come in down from ramp, and at no point did paiN have anything to say about this pistol.
I guess the other thing that changes this is that even though Astralis win this pistol, their T-sides have just been like sneakily the most sloppy part of their game. Like it can randomly just have a total blow up half, like not really get anything done at all. So this gives them a little bit of leverage to work with, but I think by no means guarantees their spot. I think the biggest thing working on Astralis is advantage is there's a recent game that they played versus this team. But this one's still wide open. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, VSM not going to waste time here on him, and a second SMG. Mac 10 nicely supporting Jabby. So they trade out on the aggression, paiN down by a player. And Astralis, obviously, you get 2 frags towards that ramp room, you can't help but give it a look. And they'll find 0 resistance from here on further.
And with this nade set, they're kind of trying to keep their eye on any kind of lurk outside, which does freeze up the CTs a little bit. This will open up a timing for Astralis towards ramp if they want to take it. But they do have to make the decision. They're still a little spread out.
Feels like Stair's going to go for a bit of a journey outside first. Everybody else is holding positions. He's slowly advancing his. Smoke on main is the right call. Keeps a player off. Keeps this A site entirely. Safe's responsibility. They molly out the hut in case there's a pistol hiding in there. Smoke fades on main. Pyrrhia's thinking about this main wraparound, and sure enough, there it is. Oh, and then Safe helps out. The scout shot from backside costs them 2 players on the approach. Slowly, Big Uzera's getting into position. He sees them, and he knows he's along that wall. Peels back at 15 seconds. Great crunch from paiN!
Timing's perfect there for Big Uzera. Another robbery in broad daylight here for paiN. Now here's a moment where Astralis, it feels like they are setting the stage for a very nice way to close this round. Once that lurk is done outside, they have mini smoke. They have a player in big garage, a player outside, a player in mini, all staring at the smoke, looking for who lurked. And at this moment, Astralis are sitting in lobby, not sure what they should do next. They had ramp wide open. It felt like they were leaning towards that in the first place, but they didn't trust that idea.
Felt like they really wanted that main smoke to fade, so Pyrrhia had to consider both options. Hold on, things get weird. You're not supposed to have as much ground as you do. A second from Hooksy, Ryu over top. Drops that AK, slams down into the main play. And now all of a sudden, we've got 4v2 advantage over to Astralis.
And Hooksy goes up to a Famas now.
It's awkward smokes outside with this weird gap slightly in the middle.
Yeah.
They sign up to a Tech 9 outer duel, and Hooksy, with those 2 kills, now tying Fuzi for the second most amount of frags on Astralis. Oh, paiN were quick to celebrate with that last round win, and they should have, but now they better somehow get value out of VSM. He's got 3 players coming. First one's clean enough, and he gets a good amount of damage onto Stair, but can't manage the multi-frag. Pyrrhia's gonna have to activate. He will catch his convincingly. Jabby unable to do any damage, and he's gonna read it as if that bomb's gone downstairs. Sure enough, this is still doable for Pyrrhia.
Yeah, totally. I mean, someone's gonna have their hands busy. Stair's got 2 HP, and Pyrrhia's got nothing to lose.
He's gonna have to pop those windows, wants an angle before he does it, but they're both hiding from him. Left side sight. He jumps, catches contact back sight, but unfortunately for him, that's the player with a full bar. Astralis forced by right back thanks to this man on screen. A Hooksy Tech 9 double. Outside.
Not the best CS that we've seen so far.
Outside, brother.
I mean, this is crazy. Oh, okay. Well, that shot was awesome. We could definitely say that. You know, usually you watch a game, you might be disappointed in one team. It's rare you're disappointed in both. And they're definitely giving us a show today. Three for 8 in terms of converting pistol rounds today.
It's a weird day.
that means, I guess, paiN's odds shoot way up here now that they're saving.
No, I think it means converting pistols as in round 2s.
It's a little bit too many of those, right?
8?
Yeah, how many?
There's been 2 matches already. Oh, there's
Oh,
only
it's
1 match today. Sorry. 3 maps, though. No, that makes sense. There has been 8 pistols today. The numbers.
Oh, you're talking about other teams.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He's talking about best of 3 earlier. Oh my God. I'm tripping. Flash through. Good enough to get the Deagle downstairs, but now VSM just tucks back in and nobody home. We get this fallback from Astralis into lobby.
This could be just fine. I mean, even though you have Pyria in like kind of a scary spot. Oh, Snow as well.
5-7 is nasty. Snow reminds him. Pyria hoping that he could just hang on to the hut play. And VSM tagged by that initial clash on the ramp room. Beautiful headshot on Jabby. I mean, individually.
Oh, whoa, he just gets that bomb just in time. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's insane.
Yeah. Why are you stopping?
I'm holding you.
And you know what?
Honestly,
we've had some weird bomb plants for Astralis. Remember that? Go back to online portion. Jabby and Ryu, Jabby and Fuzi, Ancient, where Fuzi starts planting and Jabby's not covering him to the donut player. There's been some weird, like, those moments for Astralis so far this week.
Maybe that's why he didn't.
Yeah.
Not everyone on this team is holding me.
Yeah. I could understand if anybody's got trust issues right now, it should be Fuzi. Smoke gap. But it's USPs on paiN. Surely nothing could go wrong. Point blank, Snow gets 1. Love to get his hands on that AK, but he swings out instead to Unbreakable side, and yeah. That's all she wrote.
It's crazy to be this early into a map and already see that with the amount of opportunities, one team could have already closed.
Sure.
And paiN are going to have to think about that.
You let him get an AK,
Oh,
now it's 3v2. This was fully vanilla pistols. This was 4 USPs and a P2000 for paiN.
Well.
Snow has 3 kills. I mean, you can't lose this one.
That's ridiculous, yeah.
25 seconds, there's nobody downstairs for paiN. There's no kit for paiN.
The rotations aren't here, so it should just be easy for Astralis.
Pyria grabbed a second AK on the rotation down through Secret. I mean, it's not like they wasted time getting here. Sure, they weren't here on arrival.
We're watching for one more major mistake. That's the only way
Not
Astralis
one
can
player
lose here.
on paiN has had Kevlar this round. 2 of them are sub 50 HP. This should be a mow-down moment, and I love the position here from Fuzi. You just cut him down at the knees. So difficult to exit through the double doors when there's somebody on top of the silo, and sure enough, great effort out of Snow. Great damage dealt to Astralis' coffers, but 3K to 3K, Snow versus Fuzi. Astralis will find double digits.
Terrorists win.
How in the world?
Nice! So fucking important.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's almost an understatement.
This makes his job a lot more fun. That's a nice nade.
Guns back in, safes op on the field, the only sniper out there, and he gets this aggressive. Even lands the shot, but Stairs survives thanks to the wall bang down to 20. He had him pinched in that corner. Oh, inside of the vent, Snow just slams Jabby down. Nice adjustment here from Safe, under threat from the 3 players taking over the ramp. VSM at bat next, can't deal with the jumping player. And so they find footing to go downstairs. Snow locked in on the line as VSM kills Fuzi upper. Numbers advantage strong here for paiN, and Snow's gonna catch Ryu off. HooXi now finds himself alone and surrounded. Snow delivers another triple kill from the USP last round to the rifle this time. Suddenly, only a 2-round game.
It is lovely out of Snow, and it does make it expensive for Astralis, so even though they got that important conversion, I mean, that was for the sake of the round. That was just supposed to be free, and I think that's what's really been important in this game, is just picking up your freebies. So Astralis still have a 2-round edge. They go into a timeout. They kind of get a second to regroup here. Both these teams looking to get their feet firmly on the ground. Problem is Astralis trying to steal a map pick.
It's always dangerous playing games on that ladder. And obviously, Jabby just feels so helpless. Force buy back for Astralis leaves HooXi as the limited Tech 9.
It's hard to turn down this buy, but 2 full nade sets.
Yep. And still 3 AKs in the mix.
I think this totally is a match where if you have that kind of money, you buy, because there's been so many chances.
Got it though, safe. Only 8 kills on this map, but still the confidence to play those up-close, aggressive op angles in back-to-back rounds. Snow didn't keep vision of the cross though.
Is he jumping though now?
Yeah, and now it's been spotted. You can see them scrambling,
nice
safe,
My goodness.
Clean. Dangerous to rotate down into the vent like that, but he's happy to do it. VSM sensing this just kind of gap in the timing. They want somebody to squeeze Snow off the backside, and it works, but it did cost them 1 in response. Now Pyria at Batman advantage maintained by paiN for a second. Ryu's not covering that plant. He's going for kills instead, and sure enough, Big Uzera dies to it. Pyria finds Fuzi and Ryu. He will be the one to clean house. 2 kills connected in a sketchy 2v2 that Astralis damn near fought their way back into. paiN on the brink of tying this match.
Safe starting to come alive with some of his impact. The drop-down ladder kill is huge. The opening frag on Yabby, and like you said, sometimes when you got a low score line, you don't want to take aggressive openings, but just playing correctly. Pyria on the cleanup as well, and this keeps the game very much alive. That was such an important round from Astralis. Even though they, said that one was so important, let's convert it, and they did. They lose the follow-up. Now they spend all their money, all the money they had saved to put together that attempt. Feels like VSM got paiN through the first half, and now they've got a couple of other players who have warmed up.
CT side that certainly would have been made easier by converting the pistol, but consecutive rounds for paiN is what's closed the gap, and look at their reward. 2 Deegs sprinkled in to a team without Kevlar. And go back to HooXi's celebration of that nail biter of a round. He said, so important, guys. Important, and yet it has only earned you a 10th. This round falls silent. No liberty for the fake wall of smokes.
Should have got Hooksy Tech 9. See what happens.
Right. It was a hard hitter last time they tried to cross outside with pistols, but again, at least that round, they had those smokes. But leaning away from outer just gives Safe the first shot. Oh, Ryu hits the Deke in the middle of that pack. Chance for Biguzera. He gets dropped by that Desert Eagle as well. Another moment where they get away with more than they should. VSM just made a fast step, so the climbing player and Jabby over top knows about this. Contact spotted outside. Fuzi's dead, Jabby's P250 connects. And VSM knows exactly where you are, down to 30 HP. He sits on 45 though, and he does not want to let Jabby back into this round.
Kind of a moment where you just want to play as safe as possible.
Snow should have this.
Right beneath him, yeah. Nice angle here, and it's a tied game now for paiN.
But man, just another round that shouldn't get close.
Oh my goodness, every round getting close, but it's not like 3D Max Mouse yesterday where it was just so many great ideas and a lot of great executions and great shots getting hits. Like been very messy here. I think trades have been the big one. There's so many players in position to get multi-kills. They're not getting a kill versus a pistol. Some rounds are popping off. Very little consistency. What's so funny?
When Jabby got that kill through the floor, production whispered in my ear, "Sauna Goblin." That's true. Just poking up through the holes. That P250 of all things for the wallbang headshot kill. There's a vacancy behind these smokes from Astralis outside. 3 smokes up, not a player to cross behind them. Safe's been good in these hectic moments, and yet again shaves one off on the fallback.
Oh, flashes a dud there.
Just an easy pickup as far as he's concerned. Big transition in the defense too, right? Like, look how quick they are to reposition. Even VSM running back to the CT spawn. Looks like paiN had that instant protocol to try to answer to the pack out ramp, but there is no follow-through on ramp from Astralis either.
They also have this double ramp retake for the CT side. This is kind of a nice timing for them because Astralis peeled back.
A defenders have to hold strong though, and VSM killing the outer player helps. Snow with one, Pyria also gets his. You've gotten a frag pop out of both of the defenders. Ryu is taking over this game, 24-13. Constant on these frags, but unfortunately it is empty-handed teammates all around him, and paiN have finally done it, surpassing Astralis on the scoreboard with an 11-10 lead.
Yeah, the story of the match might be that Astralis had the door open for themselves. They had, you know, they were catching paiN off on these ecos. They were right from the second round, started a 3-1 start. But they missed a grand opportunity. It's gotten them 10 rounds. Their money's just now in ruins.
Ryu still maintaining a 111 ADR, 21 rounds of play. But yeah, Flash doesn't find its mark. Each of the defenders bringing a kill with them. Always a good sign for the defense. It's another round of limitations, but Ryu will be a guy to invest. A little more than the rest, all the way down to 300 bucks. He'll bring that Galil into the action. We've had zany rounds, and Astralis are hoping that he's somehow going to create another one of those moments. Snow down to 42 HP immediately. That'd be a lovely duel for one of these limited Astralis players to find. Safe floating out here in the rafters as well. Flash this time is going to interrupt both him and his teammates' vision. Tough stuff. Snow with one. Opera's still alive, though.
Yeah, and he smoked himself.
Safe down to a quarter health. Biguzera dropped to half.
Just trying to find
Biguzera
it.
still finding one, and then VSM, the player who's gone unnoticed, is going to gun down the bomb carrier. Jabby's grabbed an op. 1 kill to his name already. Wants the bomb plant. They know they need that money. Can he then pull off this clutch? They're going to take a long road, wrap back around the ramp. Huge reposition here from VSM, and Jabby, because of the smoke grenade, he's thinking maybe they're just going to wait that out. He is still considering Squeaky, Hut, and Main. Never did he anticipate an easy walkout heaven. Huge reposition, huge retake, and in convincing fashion. What value out of safe after those flashes blind his teammates all around him. Another chaotic moment from a player that was bottom fragging. Still, his op finds victims.
It's coming alive on the back, and it's him also missing the first shot, finding a way to get a second kill, then throwing the smoke down, which leaves everyone confused. And by the time they kill him, that's already when the Hut flank comes in. So he did a great job of delaying for time. If they knew it was going to be an upper pop, he wouldn't have been there opping in plain view of the flashbangs. So I think they're feeling pretty blessed they got out of that alive. Makes it 12 rounds for paiN. Every timeout burned so far this match.
Two opportunities to close their pick right here for paiN, and extra cash for safe as well. So it's not going to be stuck on pistols in the off chance they lose this. paiN's decision to also use that final timeout just to make sure everybody's on the same page going into these final 2 rounds.
They've been finding Snow with that HE, not this round.
Yeah, but he plays a dangerous line, open on the other side of smoke. Doesn't feel like the Squeaky player is going to announce himself, though, so no bullets fly through. Safe doesn't find contact on the op shot. Biguzera's dead. Jabby actually catching him through that Squeaky door into main. How does he get away with that? It wasn't even through a smoke.
Yeah, this is pretty massive. Puts VSM in a compromised spot. He doesn't have a rotator. They might want to try to sneak the vents here. I mean, they got to try to... They know there was some kind of lower cross, but also the bomb's still in lobby. So a bit of a fake. Wow, and they're not biting on this at all, actually.
Kerneled up.
Oh.
For 99?
99.
How? 3v5 still. Oh, Snow with a double, and they catch the bomb. Roof, and the bomb on top of it. AK swap out quick. CT's no longer separate. No. What a push, and what a just error to end this. Bomb caught because a CT gets off of the A site, and Hooksy the final victim. Just like in Cologne, a close affair, but paiN come out on top of the nuke pick, this time with a slight improvement in a 13-10 victory instead.
Yeah, that's a salty loss for Astralis, honestly, the amount of chances. But for paiN towards the end, they started to tie up all the loose ends. They started to actually...
Obviously, with that map earned, and for, again, a trend upwards for paiN in general, today's starting to look real good. But no denying, this is a curveball. Astralis pulling out Inferno. Nobody could have really seen this coming. Have not played it. And, well, you know, paiN already at this event, they've already survived a different team in Gentlemates picking the same map against them. Yes, Nailbiter, 13-11, etc. But as far as kind of curveballs go, I don't think paiN's going to be totally upset, even if this did indeed catch them off guard.
It's when it's straightforward, I think that's when it's a problem for paiN. So it'll be hard for them to know exactly what's going to happen, but they really do show a lot of good when it comes to trying to adapt. And here they already call it a first plant from Astralis.
Sir, see you, Ryu. VSM comfortable on the rotate over. He's got flashbangs prime for the 2 players back sites. So you've already kind of eliminated the first step of Astralis' plans. Those flashes could damn well interrupt the follow-up. They'll go in with the execute. Astralis nades for the job. Catch a player in the fountain, but they don't get their kills. Flashes find their targets. Boy. Man, it's just not clean enough. Not yet, anyways. The rebuttal starts to happen. Stare and Hooksy a kill a pop. Labored effort from Biguzera. It's a hard-fought battle, but Astralis get there.
Yeah, that was a microcosm of what we've seen. Oh,
Not
man,
over.
it's actually still a retake. They took so long to get in the site, they thought I had a little more space to get comfortable. But now, from the back, I think it's understood that they're both back here. Maybe not. They're still clearing banana.
Stair looking to strike, slides out. Good headshot from him, and Fuzi's there, tethered off nicely. The two Ts make sure to shut that down. That's a 3v5 recovery for Astralis, and a 3v5 that was looking real scary when those flashes started popping. Blinded in the middle of their execute.
Yeah, and it starts off 4v5, and you can see VSM's like hearing all this gunfire going on the site, and he's thinking, well, I wasn't going to push this site, but no one's dying yet.
Yeah,
people might
well.
start reloading soon. All right, time to come through. Instantly gets popped. The only guy to die right away.
So, big question. Can they convert the damn pistol?
That we don't know. There's no evidence of it. It's never happened before. Not in this series.
Only 3 of the 8 pistol round wins have been converted today. From the FaZe Mongols game into this one. Conversion number 9. What's it gonna be?
Almost don't want to interrupt it. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean,
If anybody's allowed to talk, it's us.
that's true. Astralis will throw a little smoke just to hold the A players off a little bit. Flash, if it comes in late, could be a problem. Oh, it's right on time.
Oh my god, Stair gets there, but I don't think Stair was even blind in that.
Yeah, which is weird because the flash did come over on time.
Took a while. Snow under pressure, collects the one. Pyria looks to put the scout back
They're pushing the
sight.
clock, man. The CTs are starting to get over here as
20
well.
seconds.
Everyone's here. Oh, they missed their molly.
No
oh,
way.
come on.
Oh, Pyria finds the headshot on top of it. Second molly lands, so Biguzera can't fall back. 10 to the clock. Still time to save this. 7 seconds. Bomb plant to the left side. Great headshot. He
Just missed that, dude. What is happening, bro?
When in doubt,
When in doubt, what?
twist it out.
Spin it out.
Dude, this guy is just... Oh, we've gotten to that point of the strat book, huh?
How did it work so well? I don't think
It
a single
worked
bullet hit him.
really well.
They missed their oranges, Molly. That should have been a death sentence right there.
We got a B-boy on the bomb site.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Everyone on this team knows they're not safe when they're planning.
Yeah. But man, they've done it. They've converted. Call that an improvement.
And you know, he wasn't smiling when he was doing that. He was dead serious.
That was like 6 full mouse pad swipes. Ridiculous. We've had some ridiculous rounds in
Yeah.
Astralis versus paiN this evening. Yeah, trying to play around with the smoke grenades, and you walk into Stair's angle. The Deagles that were meant to maybe cause an upset haven't been given a chance to shine. Great opportunity to build up the money here. 3-0 start for Astralis. No need to spin that time around.
Yeah, just a clean one. Everything lands.
This actually becomes now the new best position for denying saves, because people love saving inside of the church. You gotta be careful when you go out to clear it. That's why VSM stuck around, but he won't find anybody, and so 5 up for the Danes, for the Danish core.
Whoa, yeah.
For the Danish core.
A few Danes, yeah.
And Look at him go.
Honestly, very clean swipes.
That's true. I don't know. It's not really a skill we've ever had to discuss, spinning in a
that
plant.
axis perfectly.
First gun round comes out from paiN. It was their CT side that sealed the deal back on Nuke. And HooXi's already got to stomach a frag that takes half health. Quick jump out middle. What a sudden pop into the brackets. VSM on the quiet fallback gets one frag, and Safe now turns attention over. Safe's second half of Nuke, so good. And so he'll be trying to tap into that now equipped with the AWP, but just as quickly as they came, they are gone. Astralis walk all three players back middle.
But Safe just calls it out immediately. I mean, Astralis have a very small timing, so I imagine they're going to go quickly here. Like, they didn't even do their fake to CT smoke, which would have bought them more time because Safe wouldn't have been able to see through it. But all it's done is elicited the rotate.
There's two incendiaries here for Big Uzera.
They haven't been amazing from the site, so still chances here for Astralis, but...
Mac-10 tries to test it. Flash doesn't find Snow. He goes hunting. Him and Big Uzera tether for the kill on... Oh,
okay.
Second shot from Jabby's
He's kind of
nasty.
frying, yeah.
And he doesn't shy away from the follow-up. Safe on rotation with the AWP. You missed that one AWP shot, and this one's toast. Will he consider tree?
He's not even looking. It's looking like a great spot for Yabby. He could get cleared, but...
Beautiful sequence. 6-1 with that. Papiria is still close enough to win this. Swap to the AWP. Now Jabby misses one.
Oh, he's going for it.
Papiria's going to try to gun him down and connects it.
Smart.
Doesn't have a kit, though. That's the problem. Taps the bombs, hoping that somebody's going to bite, and this is an unwinnable spot. Surely, Puria taps it again, but no, he doesn't have it. He's got to let it go. AWP to be saved, and he will run for the hills as Astralis collect a fourth consecutive round win on this T side, very much thanks to Jabby.
Yeah, he's absolutely saved them again. Hell of a start to this game for Yabby. This is not the round that I think Astralis were looking for with what they thought was a fake, with, you know, Safe feeling like, well, I've actually got to expand. I don't have info here on the site. They didn't leave anyone there to try to shove him back either, I think because they were down a player, so had to do that the hard way, entering into B. But the holds haven't been that clean.
Owned. And expected with lesser guns to see Big Uzera trying to stretch out and grab what he can off the ground. Stair's not going to let you get away with that. This is...
HooXi has been historically, you know, put up one of the best records for a Inferno, but he had better pieces. That was also in CSGO. Near the tail end. Makes sense they'd want to try this.
Safe's first, but Stair with the 3K going to find a vacant B bomb site, prime for the taking. Battle the offers down middle, and HooXi catching VSM makes sure this one finishes off smoothly. 5-0 the start. I was very worried for Astralis on Inferno when I saw that incendiary on orange not land, their flashbangs for the fountain player be off the mark. Like, their utility on the entries to that B site has left a little to be desired. And yet still here we are, 5-0. Individually, Stair delivering, Jabby delivering.
Yeah, I think Jabby saved them. I wouldn't say it's a super clean 5-0. If paiN want to actually contextualize the rounds, they're pretty close to putting up holds. I think one of the main differences, or one of the ways they're inviting some of these losses in is playing from the site, I think, on some of these offenses instead of trying to push back and taking car control to fighting at the top of Banana. They are giving Astralis a lot of space to go forward with their full exec, so... But no reason for Astralis to feel too comfortable just yet. But we have talked about it before with paiN. Their CT side does lack info on this map. They did the same thing versus Gentlemates, barely got away with it.
Another early challenge. Safe into cover, thinking about the re-peek. They give him a chance to peel back, he will. Onto the corner where his body is in cover. Flash is going to confirm that they are inching this one upwards. And so, met by smoke, forced to hold off.
Looking for lurks. This will be the A-side finish. The bomb here. No support. Thinking about lane.
Apartments player is actually coming back right now. Pyria being held by Ryu.
Oh, no,
sloppy.
You cannot drop that.
Fuzi at least gets the trade back, but it's going to cost them a body on the approach, so man advantage held onto by paiN. Moto players stuck in, safe clips Fuzi in the back, and Hooksy doesn't even have bomb possession, so CTs will find their first round win by just enveloping Astralis on the approach to the A site. Kill by kill, they kind of stall Astralis out, and paiN content to play into that controlled tempo.
I don't think Astralis didn't feel the pressure they were actually under when they knew Safe was on this rotate. He's waiting for this library smoke to come up the whole time, and they're taking way too long to come forward with the split. And here's a moment at Ryu. They showed the stat actually after the game is over. He had all these kills, a negative 1.4 round swing.
Yikes.
Is a lot of untimely deaths. There was volume there, but a lot of ecos. Not as much impact as it appeared. That was another kill that was kind of like on a platter for him.
ESM in the pocket with players on the approach. But as they meet smoke grenades, Astralis pause momentarily. It's that op inside of Boiler. Scary place to be if you're Fuzi. Can be daunting to try to walk that out.
And even though paiN are lacking a little info over on B, they're comfortable just sitting 3A here.
VSM dodges the flash, so he understands they are right here on the limit of middle. Utility sails over top of him. Safe, good first pickup. Oh, but it's Ryu this time making up for lost ground last round. Missed op shot at a Fuzi. Pyria blind on the fallback.
Oh!
Yeah, Stairs got the headshot, and every Astralis player on the approach delivers.
That's a bit better. That's a clean entrance. There won't be a retake this round.
One of the most convincing individually across the board from Astralis. It's not this, you know, jabby 3K with 10 HP. And obviously just at least winning the round in the 7th. But happy to go up 6-1 on this T side as they get into gear, and good awareness as well to deny VSM, because it's a corner they haven't gotten value from.
It wasn't awareness. He just reacted. He hit a great shot, though.
That'll have him feeling better than the Boiler duel for certain.
Terrorists win.
And that first op shot would have had you to believe that maybe paiN were going to be able to hold off another A-site hit, but from that op shot, it is nothing but Astralis in the kill feed.
Caught Safe on this flash. Easy shot in for him. Tons of fake pressure upside middle. No one breaching brackets for now, but they have Hall's control. It's nice to get things out of the way early. Taking Halls, pushing CTs back. Astralis like to pause in the mid-round for long periods of time. This helps them do that without, you know, pushing it to the last 10 seconds.
Snow to bat. Yeah, well held by Hooksy. They're going to pounce on that one, knowing odds are still just a second, but at least BigUzera, hold on now, finds a first back turn to him, hits the insta headshot onto Stair. But it is Ryu again this round to find a clean headshot and to be able to push that bomb forward into the plant. What do paiN want to try? Will they consider it? No. Walking away off to the save in the 8th. This is Astralis with 7 rounds on a T side secured.
Was Hooksy not blinded? They threw a Coffin's flash.
I believe he played counter flash into the wall.
But he turned around and hit the shot. Is that what happened?
Yep. He was the first player along the wall.
That's a pretty great reaction out of Hooksy.
I think players 2 and 3 were blind, but him up front, quick reaction.
Terrorists win.
They cannot play now. That's always nice to know.
BigUzera trying to be the hero. Nice second shot on Stair, but there we go. They cannot play now, said Hooksy, so they'll change it up instead. Double op setup for paiN. Getting into that desperate territory of a totally flat CT half. Might as well change it up. Let BigUzera take forward control instead of Snow being the front runner on Banana.
Gotta love that Safe has found, I think, in the past 3 rifles, like a chance at an opening kill, but he hasn't actually landed a shot.
There we go. BigUzera will. That's gonna tell him 2 ops out there on the field. Fuzi hunting for his counterpart, but Safe tucked in on Arch side. And down goes the Swedish Opper. So it feels like an all-in short attempt. Astralis, so much wiggle room left in this half that they may as well try it. They're gonna pop open their own smoke on site to try to take over. Oh, Safe with the no-scope and a follow-up. Safe may have had a rough first half to this series, but switching to the CT side of Nuke and now this sequence here, giving us something to watch as paiN will at the very least collect a second CT round win.
And a couple of his opening attempts have just been flashed off, so good util from Astralis for sure to make sure he doesn't have a line. That's a great shot. I wonder if that would have been, so they would have been able to take the site otherwise.
All the money that Astralis had built up, it's on the line with this round, and you've got Hooksy back to the MAC-10. paiN secure 5, pistol could make things interesting. Maybe there's a world where Astralis can fall apart in the second half, who knows? But Safe continuing to remain a threat inside of A. 5v4 for paiN in the 10th round.
They came at that with a lot of force, but it's just one player. Op down. That one's being held, but Ryu, wow, he wins it, period. 19 HP left over, but now it's a 5v3. You don't want to call it a must-win for Astralis since they have this big gap, but it is all the money on the line.
It's just the difference between a strong half and a domination of a half. 10-2, T-side Inferno. You'd think it spelled disaster for paiN.
This is where it's been problems for paiN, actually.
They're back.
Holding from the site.
In with a chance. Molotov over to the coffin side. Snow's hoping to go unnoticed. No molly lands on him, but he'll take Fuzi's head off. Be given sanctuary slightly, trying to buy time for the rotate over. It's VSM on the other side of CT smoke. But bomb is planted. Hard-fought battle into this round. Astralis extending forward off stair. He finds the headshot. Contact back by Banana confirmed. Pyria, remember, only working with that 19 HP, so suddenly I think I'd rather be Astralis.
Doesn't feel like anyone's gonna peek him. He's got to approach soon.
Coffin player smoked, but not really. And HooXi finds that CT player dead. Safe, full health bar. We thought that op was going to be enough to keep him at bay. He'll swap out to a Galil. Oh, this gets awkward. Bomb also planted orange side. Oh, and Stare just straight through it. Takes his head off. Astralis, no prisoners, as this time it's Stare with the 3K.
That was such a big chance for paiN. They start off so well, obviously, but it's the B players once again. It's one of them falling instantly, the other maybe getting one, maybe getting two, but still they lose the sight. And they just had to keep numbers high that entire time. All that mattered right there is they could continuously bring in reinforcements as they lost players. Even if they all don't deliver, they didn't play their material advantage in this situation. So paiN, they started out a couple of rounds with B control, but they're quick to give it up. At least if you have like a sandbag setup, a half wall setup, even if you die there, you have faster rotations. But you lose one in CT spawn, and then your guy from Oranges now has to reveal himself and take a shot. Well, there's only so much they can do.
Add to that Stare with some instant headshots, that peek into the church. A stylish full smoke close. And Stare with that multi-kill takes over to an 11-6 half. Still 2 rounds to play out. On the brink of double digits are Astralis on the T side alone. And a vacancy in Banana that they are happy to take over. Snow once again flashed in. Felt like a little bit quicker this time around. He hears them burning. It's going to bring Big Uzera closer to the setup. You step around this half wall, though, and you welcome the Astralis spam back. Big Uzera trying to feign like he is Snow and that there's not this position held, which does get Astralis to walk into their death. Stare the first to fall. 3 players still at the base of Banana now, and they see it, at least the first one around that corner. Snow on the peel back. And a third piece for paiN. Sprinting over. Snow drops one for his efforts.
But see, now they get the smoke down. They have the extra rotation in.
Yes, sir. And already the 4v3. You'd think it should be enough. Big Uzera yet again delivering a single kill. Can he multi-frag from this point? Because you've still got Jabby and Fuzi fighting tooth and nail.
Oh, with the plant down, even though Jabby's taking this damage. Molly's here on Banana.
It's perfect. Lands right ahead of them. It's going to be the off, trying to get up close. What a shot that had to be. Fuzi, though, great off angle. Totally catches safe, unprepared. And now Fuzi's got to consider options, but it's Pyria to walk this up from Banana.
Oh, he's not aware of this,
right side fountain. Pyria over top. 1 player left makes the difference. paiN will indeed have to work for that every step of the way, from, you know, setting up Snow down on the half wall, from Big Uzera collecting a kill as well. I want to say still only their third.
I want to say the guy who's come out of the CT smoke has just died every round. So, like, even though he's in place early, been VSM a couple of times. This is just like a very solid round from Snow overall. He gets his 2, he gets info early, helps him rotate in. And Astralis are just so threatening when they get to the top of Banana. I think they feel so much comfort finding multi-kill entries.
You know your stomach drops when you're Pyria in the 1v1 and you miss the first jump up on Orange.
Yeah, right.
Give a loud stomp, like, oh. We're sitting at 2-8. Finally, a huge advantage over top of Astralis as they limp into this one off upgraded pistols. And the rifles at this B site find themselves again just in a 2vx. Third player rotates over in the form of Safe.
They'd be better off getting aggro, I feel like, even though there's
Man,
all these
and
Ds
Snow
here.
leaves.
Yeah, that's the thing, because they don't know.
But it's all right. Safe's got his. That keeps it comfortably 5v3 momentarily. Utility chucked out. Opper on the line, going hunting. Blinded, though, trying to dive into the smoke. Biguzera comes through with nothing. Now Safe, back to the combat, and it is Fuzi with the double. Don't you dare, Astralis. It's guns grabbed, half HP. That's a good smoke spam out of Snow. Puts the numbers back into paiN's favor. But there is still this threat of an op back site.
Every once in a while, the Hooksy op pops off.
CT smoke off their own player in this Pyria banana approach. He'll still be able to climb over oranges. And Hooksy lands the first one onto Snow. Now fire at his feet, goes wide, doesn't get a second. Nice tap out of Ryu, but it's that climb up and over. You wouldn't expect it. CT smoked banana, and Pyria uses that to just scale silently instead. So it's a hard-fought half, and it's not a lot to work with, but 4 CT rounds secured by paiN.
Here on the sun-drenched streets of Mirage, we spot some of nature's most fascinating creatures, Counter-Strike players in their natural habitat. Despite the plentiful environments these fellows could inhabit, they seem to always swarm towards the comfort and safety of this shining paradise. As the sun rises over the stone architecture, in typical fashion, we see this species squabble over their preferred position. Let us discover where they shall end up. Firstly, we have the so-called A anchor. This fellow is often seen fighting for his life without a lick of support. The window player, an arrogant and egotistical creature. They can often be seen in the pre-game chat, claiming their position in the blink of an eye. Not all are so lucky as to get their desired position. The B anchor, oftentimes the runt of the litter, designated to hold this empty site and ward off predators. Forced to survive on scraps, he can often be found at the bottom of the scoreboard. Here we see the signature characteristic of this oft-forgotten fellow, a key adaptation over millennia. This creature's legs propel them tirelessly and repeatedly to spot any potential foe. As this defensive tribe scramble to defend their territory, they realize they are not alone. Mirage can hold up to as many as 9 foes at a single time. As we move across its deserted expanse, we arrive at another group of remarkable characters. However, these bloodthirsty devils do not look as amicable as our aforementioned defenders, their eyes locked on the objective. These players scurry from their spawn with the exception of one. Without moving a muscle, we observe one of the players launching a gray metallic canister skyward. The desired outcome seems not to have been achieved. A regrettable mistake. With a new weapon acquired, our CT favors a more aggressive approach. Meanwhile, with the anticipation in the air, a coordinated attack is incoming. A breakneck flurry of utility flies overhead, attempting to disrupt the defenders. The stakes could not be higher. And with nothing he can do, the A anchor is flash-banged like a deer in headlights. He decides his best bet is to retreat. No matter how much he cries out for help, support is nowhere to be found. However, the restless hunter has found its prey. It's one shot, one kill. Such is the life of the Opper, precise and deadly.
Full opening duels for paiN, and only 4 rounds converted throughout that CT side. They had their hands on the game, but unfortunately left scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Definitely did. I mean, it's a bit of the same. It's like a repeat of what we saw versus Gentlemaids, and even when you zoom out a bit, it's kind of just how paiN play Inferno. But this time, Astralis are able to punish them. Very strong entries. I think that's what we saw for sure. Definite chance here for Astralis.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, you thought. See, that's why.
Oh, was that a nade set?
That's why. That's why.
Maybe it wasn't. I didn't see him pick up a smoke. Does certainly feel like a change of plans now. Love that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Astralis. Just a shooting gallery all the way down banana.
They're just like, go away, please.
Yeah. You think you can just...
We don't even want B.
You know, that's why if you see your friends jump off a bridge, you don't do it
jump
also.
with them.
Because the first 2 players jumped over just fine.
Right.
Come on, man, it's fine. Third guy lands on a rock. Head's cracked open at the hands of Astralis. Only VSM so far for paiN to give us anything in this pistol. Oh, but that changes. Pyria.
Getting a plant is kind of big.
Beautiful 2K. Bomb plant on top of it. 20 health left to pull this off. And it's dealt with. HooXi finds his second in this pistol. And Astralis, it is a strong position from here on out.
It definitely is. That was a good looking round. HooXi just telling him all about it.
I love a guy who brags about his kills mid-match.
HooXi, you're supposed to be calling the next round.
Was the nade set, but I think he only dropped a flash.
But how? You would drop your most expensive.
You could have already given nades to other people. There was also a smoke and a molly out there.
So you really said hold my beer.
Yeah.
Okay, Fuzi's map.
Ooh. Unless, again, you can't convert the pistols.
But we're 4 for 8 now, right?
We are 4 for 9.
Okay.
Fuzi, brave game to play, my friend. He didn't see the barrel.
He did not see it.
Or he did and he ignored it, but...
Oh, he's the one who gets seen now. Oops.
Trying to cross back over. Safe takes damage on that cross. Doesn't want to die like he did in the pistol.
I'm going to say something crazy. Winnable for Astralis. Look at the HP.
Oh, agreed. But it'll also bank on them going for it. We'll see how they decide to set their defense up and what exactly paiN offer, because they've got a minute, so you'd think somebody else would try to feel up, or feel out.
There's no Sonic Goblins here.
Feel out how Astralis are playing. Now you find Ryu, now 4
Everyone's
players
low.
tagged. Oh, and there goes your biggest health bar. VSM unable to strike down. Bomb starts to scramble back through the apartments. They've seen 2 players, so at least they've figured that out. And if they head all the way back over to B, it is going to be HooXi and HooXi alone. Snow catches Javi. Oh, he gets
got
both.
both. Oh, that is ridiculous.
Well, that is going to be the bomb coming back,
That is
surely.
absolutely ridiculous.
The Counter-Strike gods giveth, and sometimes, for Astralis' case, take it.
Oh my goodness. Because like, if you look at the health bars, it was still winnable. Though to be fair, if it's 4v1 on either site, you'd think that paiN would be able to close somehow. But they have had problems trading. I think that's been a key feature of this game from both of these teams and both of these maps so far. Astralis, however, really solved that problem in the first half. Somehow come away with 4 alive.
It just sort of looked so good for Astralis. If they had the first half that they did, they win the pistol, they convert, they shut this game down. Just shut it down. Stomp on paiN, move through your map pick. You did an uncharacteristic map pick of Inferno to begin with.
But that was never going to happen, was it?
Well, I thought for a
no-
second it might.
Like even from the interviews, even from the interviews of past results, you know, the Fuzi problems right now, just recent form, it's...
Oh. Okay.
What was that?
I was worried for a second.
Oh.
With the cinematic replay, there was no kill feed. I was worried that was a CT flash for some reason.
Oh.
Hey-oh. Don't mind me. Oh. Yeah. It's a hell of a frag grenade. Couple of frag grenades for paiN to have to stomach.
Well, you know there's 2 here. You still want to go B?
Yeah.
It's a whole trick.
He's given up the responsibility of the util. Oh, you're really gonna hit that quad stack, huh?
I think they're calling out Hooksy.
Oh, you're really gonna jump the 5-7s, huh? You know what happens when you jump 5-7s? VSM into the little pit. No entry.
Oh my goodness.
It is stuffed. Just like that.
Oops.
Wow. I mean,
they didn't even molly second. They didn't molly oranges.
If that's
they didn't even do a full exact. They just actually ran through smoke.
If that's not a 5-7 commercial.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't even see the site, really.
Say you
I don't think any of them saw the site. They were totally blind coming through.
Sprinkling a bit of bullshit here from Fuzi, just spamming through, finds 3. Only sees 1 of the 3 players he kills. And just like that, we're right back to Astralis' winning ways. If they wanted a change of pace, they'll have to wait. The smoke lands on Safe's arrival.
Can you sing, by the way? You really hit that note.
Can I sing? I can attempt to sing.
We've been to karaoke.
We've been to karaoke,
you, but
yeah.
what have you? I don't remember you.
The key to karaoke, it's really you gotta pick the songs that work for you. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a big I can really nail Sublime, I think.
Okay.
For the most part.
Sublime.
Yeah, like Santeria.
Okay.
I know you're waiting for me to start singing, but I'm not gonna give you that.
I mean, I'm just sitting here.
I'm no Maui Snake, and that guy can hit an Elvis Presley note or 2.
Yep.
But I am better than Vu.
Do you know that?
Yeah,
Oh.
he was at karaoke with us.
Okay.
Jabby trades places in the smoke with Big Uzera and blindsides. At least the first one. VSM, great reaction. It's a quick call of the Tech-9 to step up. Big Uzera comes through with the Galil, and it feels like we've got a little more Inferno in store for you, folks.
We'll see. Next kill's out in the open, and Stare actually wins the duel. I think the odds shift a little bit. Nice nade.
It hurts. It's going to be tough to unravel that pit control now for paiN. Smoke on Hooksy if you wanted to cut off the pit angle, but yeah, here we go. All right, smoke and a flash. Kit's gonna belong to Hooksy in this. There is a second one on the site to be grabbed. Oh, but they peek in before that flashbang really pops, and Pyria, it's the instant headshot. So that's done, and paiN will fight on. We go 4 rounds back and forth at the start of the second half.
Oh.
Terrorists win.
They let them get very close on Arch, on halls, and on lanes, so they kind of invited. This is kind of why paiN lost in the first half. It's you can have a lot of players, but if they're all playing passive spots, they're kind of all in danger of just getting collapsed upon.
It's about trying to find those consecutive victories, though.
Yeah, and it's a 4-round game for Astralis.
Yeah.
And we saw him in a similar position on Nuke, but it was a 2-round game. They're on T side. Oh, wow.
Great first opening. Jabby's got the trade back. There's a lot of posturing going on outside of Banana at the moment, and they just decide to tuck tail. I mean, this is a 4v2 advantage on either bomb site right now for paiN. If they just collect the numbers and follow through, and it feels like that's what they're doing before Astralis would ever have a chance to really go and size up if there really is anybody still left on Banana.
Definitely don't mind the halls play. They like taking lane.
Just gonna play short side. 2 short. Make it a 3rd with the bomb, and 1 meant to come out through the apartments, but that apartments approach gets smoked off.
It's still a minute, though. I think he didn't want to have to use that smoke so early.
Molotov on Fuzi. That's awkward.
Molly.
He's uncomfortable back sight. Also blind. Ryu and Hooksy, a kill a pop. But it's the bomb in the default, safe plant, made easy, and a long road for Jabby to come and join Hooksy, who now has a smoke grenade in front of him, but a duel's given over. And he's gonna try to hone in on that frag in sight. Eats grenade damage for his efforts.
Damn,
and now
tough.
both him and Jabby tagged up.
No kits on them. Should be one somewhere.
No, there's not this round.
Oh. And unless some massive mistake is made here.
Hooksy knows that there's still a player inside of the site. Odds are there's somebody in there, so he's gonna keep his eyes on the corner. Clears out safe.
The time though.
Puria, again, with no kits, got the bomb planted right in front of him, and so safety secured. Bomb's gonna pop. He will run for the hills. And this is just Jabby, hoping to hang on as the sole survivor. 5 health for him, a 7th round for paiN. It is costly, but it does make this game one step closer.
Yeah, I don't think they care how they win that round. I think they're just glad to be able to do it. Oh, it was a solid opening kill and a decent response, but like you said, there was a 4v2 on either side for a moment, and they did find that window, capitalized on that window, and going 2-2 to the sites. It's kind of like a close shave the whole way, but T favored the whole way. You'd rather be in the 4v4 early. You'd rather be 4-2 on sites. You'd rather go 1-for-1 on the trades. Every single 50-50 there for Astralis just had them slowly getting pushed out of the round. Now it's a dangerous moment for the money again for Astralis. Ironically, where some of the best work has been done against paiN across these maps.
Denied on the swing by a MAC-10 of all things. 5-7 finishes off the damage that was dealt to Snow, but obviously off that impact in Banana and the trade from Safe now, that is a B bomb site with a bomb flying towards it.
Biggest Zero is looking at a punish. They've got 2 players here. They kind of know they have this round. Did Ryu show his spot? I mean, I guess they just know where he is.
Damn, the MAC-10 from Snow closes the door on the CTB push.
I mean, to really feel like you won this round, you know, you're trying to drop every gun, so they're looking for Jabby.
They can't really afford these losses themselves,
they're
so
also holding the cards close.
yeah. It's 1 AK, so be it. In an attempt to grab a second, Ryu's dead. Now suddenly, yeah, you just give him a nade. I guess in case he was tagged.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not going to chase that kill, wouldn't you just want to keep the nade?
Yeah. Yeah, but if he's tagged,
eat this.
I think the only thing wrong with that nade is where was it going?
And yet somehow still does like 30 damage.
13.
Oh, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, can that 1 AK saved by Jabby make a difference? Surrounded by 2 5.7s, 3 smokes. Those are the tidbits that Astralis tiptoe into this round with alongside what was saved.
Jabby was nothing short of a hero in the first half. He's the right guy to have this AK, I think.
This game was 8-2 for Astralis once upon a time. They lost 3 of the last 4 rounds in the first half. Just enough of a CT side for paiN with that back and forth force buy. Suddenly within touching distance of a tie.
paiN probably have some scar tissue after getting thoroughly embarrassed going into their anti-eco towards B. Hooksy dropping 2 grenades, making it seem like, oh, they're throwing grenades and running to A site. No, they held their ground. Perfect trap. But paiN decide not to live in fear. They will, however, have to go up against Jabby And will they also run through with smoke again is the question.
AK's boosted back sight. They try to disassemble it. Smoke goes down to stop it. AK's got its target. And they're still just gonna try to trudge through this into the hit. Hooksy's dead. AK still posted. But they're gonna just blow it apart. VSM gets deep into the bomb site and just lets lead fly. Scary to continue in on that, especially once they extinguish the Molotov and he still has vision.
They didn't know he was there the whole time, though. First player he killed was blind. He was blinded, and they got a lot out of that. I mean, they were ready for the molly, which was awesome. They threw that smoke down, which was tricky because they're kind of setting up what looks like it looks like an emergency smoke to get you out of position, but they don't never learn about the boost. paiN surviving a test like that, it's a little bit unnerving here for Astralis, because now this is feeling a lot like Nuke.
Terrorists win.
There we go. Khalil for your efforts, Ryu. Allowed to save this round. 5 of the 7 rounds in the second half, all paiN. So their T side also starting to look formidable. The real glaring error.
I mean, here we are on Fuzi's best map. He has an off at CT side that he looks forward to.
Sure. Barring that big 5-7 mistake inside of the B site, though, it's really all paiN in a good way.
The fun kind of paiN.
So what's this op got to say? It's got a mid spawn as well. Yeah, feels like Fuzi off to the aggressive start, wants to clip somebody down middle. Safe trying to set up towards Banana, and already Fuzi's peeled back.
No util damage off that first look. No op shot in, and now here's where you want to see a layered game plan out of Astralis. Fuzi will make the trek over to B. His op wasn't revealed in the first place, so I think paiN are going to keep that in their inventory of what might be on the map.
Here it comes, though. Flash goes through.
What
Safe
was
wins the shot.
That was Fuzi blind?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Don't think so either, but both oppers just push into one another. Off of the utility from over top.
Maybe he was presetting his aim for the swing or something. It just looked like he didn't react at all.
I think Safe is just fast as hell.
He went so wide, though.
Replay will cue it up. Maybe he did awkwardly catch a flash. We'll see. But a fast reposition. I love this. Ooh. Showing a little presence in brackets, only to then go running back at a B bomb site that is now understaffed. Stairs got only a flash in his M4 to try to work with. He'll give himself that flash up and over. Another one comes through from the rotate. Hooksy's flash blinds all of them, and Stair capitalizes! No, can't get all 4, but still a fantastic individual moment set up by the Hail Mary Hooksy flashbang.
And he needs to plant this bomb. He will be given a chance, but no one here in coffins, and now he's in danger of dying after time.
Oh wait, and on top of that, no money offered up. There's going to be limitations here for paiN in the follow-up. Hooksy, desperate, runs back through that CT spawn and gives Stair one flash to play off of.
Those are the B holds that paiN could not come up with one player in the site in his previous round. Massive moment between the two.
Do we have that op duel on replay?
Yeah, I want to see that.
I'm gonna test production here. I can feel him digging. Call the replay, Goblin.
Oh!
Yeah, we've got it.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, so he's not blind. He's also not fast.
No, he went super wide.
Super wide.
Super hot.
Well, a heroic moment to give Astralis the 11-9 lead. Sprinkle in a couple more of those, and we go to Mirage.
Maybe even just one more. This is for all the money here.
Gonna try their hand at this B site once again. They've got a lot of banana control. Oh, Stair gets clipped. He's dead early. Now it's just Hooksy. No offense. But after Stair's 3K mow down.
Want to get your util down properly. Let's see if they give him an easy fight. They have been a little sloppy.
Hop shots whiz by. Bomb's going for the plant inside of the fountain, covered by the fountain pillar. Yeah, Hooksy, nice reaction. Isn't able to collect a second, but you've already got Fuzi to pick up this coffin line. And it's being held by Safe off the top. Jabby's push collects another. Fuzi then starts to tiptoe this one wide.
They have to be careful about this commitment, man. But can they even get out, really? I think Fuzi's got to come into this.
Stuck inside of the little pit, R2, third member of paiN, back on Banana, meets a flash. Ryu gets contact, finds the headshot. Puria's got the Opper dead. It all falls on Ryu, and he wants out. paiN have secured double digits themselves by simply striking Astralis with tempo. Caught off guard with a nade in hand on the CT cross. They just bombard that bomb site with bodies.
A very clutch op shot there from Safe. You know, you are playing with fire, obviously. If you're just playing from a retake spot on B, we've seen that cost both these teams rounds at this point, but it has to be a good one here from Safe, and it is. Like, the round just looks so different. If he misses that shot, the smoke comes out, delays, rotations come in. Would have been a straight death sentence there for paiN if they had lost that round. For Astralis, they've at least got this one round gap. They still have another bye. They just won't have the op again. And we do the thing.
Just do it. And not that thing, but the other thing, you know?
They're on the same page.
The one?
Yeah, they know it. The thing.
Do the damn thing.
Let's see what the thing is, Astralis.
The thing is win this goddamn map. 2 rounds from that victory to push us to the decider. And the A defense goes brackets heavy. Man, there's nobody to stop Balcony. There's actually been quite a few times paiN throw a player towards Balcony and they get met by a smoke, but they don't go size it up this time. Obviously from the mini-map, we're thinking that's the key to unraveling all of this defense. Oh, insta-kill. Ryu finds the headshot, a 4v5 for paiN to have to fight back from now.
I think the thing was the, Hooksy G2 mid setups there. Doubled up on brackets, lots of players to refill those positions, and it looked like it's going to be a full commitment from paiN. I feel like they're almost lucky they only send one in.
Getting a lot of utility out of this defense at the B site, none of it actually dealing any damage. They send a smoke over and then they go back towards this A site.
Fuzi's on an op line, but he only has an M4.
He's also playing with his flash out.
It'll be easy to get him off this spot.
Here we go, triple smokes down.
They're running at this.
Yeah,
Moto
one smoke too many. Ryu's gonna be spurning, peeks in, backs turned to him. Nice control from Ryu. Fuzi's not yet had to activate, and Jabby already in behind tall box. Beyond him, Biguzera stomping in the approach. Snow's clutch attempt, though, just enough time. A 1 versus 4 for the ace. And this kid puts the bomb down with a fresh mag to boot.
He's going around the opposite side of default. It's the right risk.
He's going to start considering short side. That's exactly where both CTs come in from. Can you really deliver this, Snow, to tie the game? Oh. Stare shuts him down. It's a hell of an effort. But paiN do forego another, and Astralis, the smallest sigh of relief. It is a 12th round secured.
A very, very nice try. I mean, he played to win at every single point in that clutch. Even opening himself up to Arch there. Around that outside of default, he had an advantage, but didn't have the HP to take this. Not the instant shot.
I like that. That's a new that's a new Snow soundbite.
No.
Yeah, what a round that would have been. Individual moment of this match had he been able to finish off those last two, but here we go into the next. Limitations for paiN again. This is a paiN that had a slow start to Inferno, that 5-0 Astralis kickoff. Fuzi on the instant fallback. It's a very quick kill off the A1S. Smoke grenade for Library. Fuzi's gonna test this into Arch once more. Does find the headshot onto Snow. Now it's all about Ryu and what he can do before the other 3 players just storm their way through that CT spawn. And he's gonna opt to pick up a position inside Smoke.
Wow,
that lets the bomb go down. Inside of Library sits VSM. He's gonna have backs turned to him. And as he emerges, he does pick up both. It's an AK upgrade. Ryu tracks you down through the smoke, and they've done it. They swarm an A site and push this the distance. Round 24 needed.
Can you believe it? What a move there from paiN. What a move from VSM. Getting one would have been a success. Grabbing both of the MAC-10 on top of it. That's job finished.
Not once in the second half has Astralis has been able to string 2 rounds together.
What's crazy also is that, you know, sometimes you look at the potential ace and you go, oh, he just barely lost it, but he got 4 kills in that previous round. Now Astralis actually don't have money. They've got 3 MP9s to try to defend against overtime.
Well, props to paiN, regardless of the result in round 24. They have turned this game into something entertaining. Genuine chance to push OT. Last time we saw this exact forwards bracket set up, it net Astralis a 5v4, and paiN were never able to claw back into that round.
Yeah, it's an interesting move that they just go right back into it. It was sort of spotted last time. It got them a kill.
It's also slightly different. It's not actually Fuzi down beneath.
It looks like it might work here.
Press closer. Last time they sent a single player out. This time 3 players to walk into the trap. Pistols in hand. Safe picks Fuzi off. There's damage dealt to these 2, but Safe every time he's under pressure. The thing is, though, they don't know about Stare, the one player that's yet to pull the trigger. Opper no longer alone. Snow just a few paces back, watching the wrong direction. But he gets the trade. And Hooksy, on a desperate rotation all the way over from that B bomb site, is outnumbered and outgunned. No kit for this retake. A hell of a T-side coming out of paiN, and one that still hinges on that absolute collapse when they ran into the 5-7s on that B bomb site. One of the 4 rounds Astralis were able to piece together on the CT half, not once stringing 2 CT wins together. Hooksy with the Hail Mary attempt has no kit, and the bomb past halfway. Easy shutdown for paiN. What an awesome comeback for overtime.
You know, I think their ability to just stomach being embarrassed is something that paiN, it offers up the ability to come back. Some teams might have given up after such a bad half into such a bad start to the second half, but it happens to them. You know, they lose messy rounds sometimes. but man, did they get themselves out of even trickier spots to follow. This round is no different. It's actually an excellent call from Hooksy. Honestly, I would rather be the CTs, even though there are just MP9s there, if it's going to be the case that they're all entering up bracket. That's exactly what Hooksy was looking for. It's exactly what won them around previously.
I would even almost say even more so, considering there's an AWP in the middle of that pack. But by God, safe in danger this series has been phenomenal.
And he got them that B entry in the previous round.
So casters yapping. That's all they ever do, huh?
I mean, mentally, this has got to be terrible for Astralis. It's like I couldn't hear him coming.
Any highlights you'd like to see, Mohan? I've asked to go back and watch the 5-7 round and Snow's 3K almost clutch.
I like those two.
That's what I put in for the order. We'll see what's in stock.
I've only got low lights, so I'm just going to not talk.
Here's the Snow attempt.
This read was so good. Oh, he doesn't go the right side around the ball. And just, it would have been a career highlight, honestly. Like a play like that. It's close to it.
Oh, it could have been. And his reaction.
No.
Because he had the right idea. He read
meddling
it.
kids.
He read it so well.
He read it so well.
But it had to be the headshot, like you said. No HP to tank that damage.
BSM big chillin'.
Fuzi says, I've got an audio issue. This Hooksy guy's been talking in my ear all game.
We can hear you, right?
I was trying to see.
One day these cables won't exist. We'll be wireless. And there will be no batteries. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I believe in us.
Love this presence of mind from Safe. That kind of focus is why this guy, under threat, has almost powered up as this game went on.
This guy looks like he could fly a spaceship right now.
First half, I don't think we said his name, back on Nuke. Was a driving force in recovering the CT side of Nuke and has been awesome when they've gotten up in his grill as this game has gone on. What's wild, Mohan, is at the turn of the half, paiN actually had 9 opening duels successfully won. They just made that entire comeback happen. Only 4 opening duels won in the second half, and here we are in overtime.
I know. They just do it the hard way. It was all those B entries that Astralis grabbed, the multi-kill entries. Did you ask for the Stare 3K B-side hold?
Production, give me the Stare 3K B-side hold.
Love that one.
Off of the Hooksy CT spawn flash. Please and thank you.
It was round 43. Production, thank you.
At a minute 27.
Wow. I got it. Oof. Oh, yeah.
That Hooksy flashbang. The fact that third guy is still a flash assist in the kill feed lets you know just how good that flash was.
4.5 seconds. Full blind.
Got to appreciate a man who has another pair of in-ears ready to go, as Javi's in-ears are barely hanging on to life at the moment. Is that duct tape I saw?
Is
This man has duct-taped in-ears. Can we go back to Jabby real quick? I believe those are duct-taped in-ears.
Are they?
Yeah, on the left side, dangling under his arm. You can. Is it right there? Jabby, put your hand down. I'm trying to draw attention to your raggedy ass peripherals.
They do look like shoelaces.
Crumbling. Astralis haven't won in overtime, Mats.
Oh my God, is that real?
Oh my God, why have we done that? Well, because it's important context going into overtime shortly.
Yeah. Love VSM, dude. He's got some of the best clips.
What was that time online?
Oh man,
just
he puts a napkin in. He was in a hotel.
Yeah.
And he put like the hotel napkin and he had the knife and the fork after the clutch.
Eat it up.
That was good.
I've seen him win a clutch and then put
I think
sunglasses on.
he had a CSGO tattoo on his hand and he got something over top of it though.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a CS2 tattoo?
No. It's like some art. It's just some other art.
Wasn't a Valorant tattoo, was it?
No, it's not a Valorant tattoo.
Okay.
Come on, bro. What is this wolf?
Shall we, folks? Overtime it is. Welcome back. Only map 2. Astralis hard fought on the T side. Got themselves 8 rounds on the attack. Couldn't end the game in regulation. paiN looking to snowball that momentum from a successful T-side comeback into OT.
Yeah, see how much more magic they have.
It's not that forward setup that I feel like paiN have started to get accustomed to. They've seen it a couple of times, not this one. We've got instead 3 players closer to the site. No pit control either here. Astralis feeling very kerneled up on this A site as it stands.
Now, Fuzi's in an interesting spot, but he gets seen. I mean, he gets seen in plain view. They know he's opping. It's crazy. Nothing's changed, though, for the CT side. Sometimes holding position is the right thing to do. Beware of the games you play with safe, though, when you're shoulder spotting. He's punished before.
It's an incendiary in hand here for Jabby.
And they're running this clock down.
They're pushing into him. Oh, and he misses the snapshot down, but Jabby also can't get it. Safe goes right back onto that angle.
Oh my god, there's no one in pit. This is the perfect time to go A.
Does the nade land? No. Pyria takes a bit of damage instead. Smoke onto the Moto side. That's gonna cut off their third piece. He could try to test that Moto smoke, but now it's bodies in the site being found. And Ryu from inside of the corner's got a second, third, even 8 seconds. And he just tries to buy enough time.
Bomb?
Yeah, doesn't get scooped up quick enough. Ryu does it from inside of the corner, damn near alone.
Oh, they kind of bungled this attack. They had such a good setting for it. Whoa. Just Pyria staying alive in the end. I mean, it's great out of Ryu, but the position they had, no pit crossfire versus lane. They had halls wide open. In fact, if he had just walked out of halls, there were 2 players on site that were in danger, but they assumed that there was someone in pit. This had to be Ryu, and he put up.
Also, Hooksy getting away with one when he comes out through the Moto smoke. Felt like that safe op was just posted on him, but he finds a moment to strike one down, and it's going to be Astralis to win in overtime first. Big barrage of utility towards Banana. Hooksy on the half wall. Teammate in front of him, full blind, and Stair finds a headshot in that scramble. You've already got, though, a bit of a brackets test coming through from paiN, looking to be quick in their response. Look at this rotation over from Astralis as well, in anticipation of a move like this.
Wait, they're coming in kind of slow.
Biguzera, he hears that stomp over. VSM already starting to squeeze as the pit player reveals himself, but now this arch walk up from Stair is worth it.
Uh-oh, but they don't know about Library.
Yep, it's been taken back. Biguzera getting another. Peeled off of the rotate, B player suddenly feels alone.
This is a right read of the map, though. They're still taking this towards B. They have lots of time to wait this smoke out. They have an op who has to come in slowly, a Halls lurker who knows that he might run into a CT. It's really about staying composed.
Man, lurks through the apps, checks it, and sees nobody outside Balk. There's a duel towards middle now for Biguzera, and it's an instant headshot from him, but still Fuzi, can he claw this back himself somehow?
This is actually kind of wild because the T's are now starting to come back towards Fuzi.
There's at least one player in front of the bomb that will find him. Pyria has been sharp, but Fuzi finds the headshot.
And the bomb now has to walk.
And as it does so, Fuzi's given a chance to get out of here.
Wait, Safe is going halls. This is where Fuzi is.
Just enough time for Safe to walk this the entire distance.
He's pushed all the way around. What is happening? Safe is going to have to run.
He still has just enough time, I think. No, not even. You're right. He has to start to sprint it. And Fuzi just gets an op shot to the back.
Why would you go halls if he was in Boiler? Of all places you could go.
Okay.
Am I insane?
Thinking maybe that he wouldn't go play outside of balcony, because what if Fuzi's still inside of balcony? Then Safe doesn't have to run before he gets the fight, maybe?
I guess he has to get up lane.
Because there was a threat on the A site in Biguzera, and still Fuzi decides to walk out balcony door. Maybe that's the part that catches him off guard, but either way, it's crazy.
Now, that is true. Fuzi did take a risk by pushing out, but it's... I feel like this just needed to be Biguzera helping Safe get towards A.
Another opening kill. Damn, this T side, after all of that effort and regulation, Astralis restock the cache and may not look in the rearview mirror because OT's got nothing but Astralis stamped across it. 5 versus 2 earned.
Safe's actually in an interesting spot. Even though this is 2v5, their whole rotation of CT has been locked off. I think they saw the bomb as well, so they should know he's going to think about splitting here. But he is in a better position to get kills. He needs to rotate. Okay.
The old 1v5 clutch. Oh my god, wow. Again, under pressure, up close. This guy just nails the nasty shots, but it's a flawless one from Astralis.
Looking for their first OT win since Bucharest. And they haven't dropped a round yet.
Nice! Good shit! Oh, they play so much on mid.
Talk about regaining your footing. Astralis couldn't win 2 CT round wins in a row throughout the entire regulation. Go ahead and collect 3 in overtime.
Maybe it was a mental block.
Head tucked down, Pyria secures a 5v4 and lives.
It is actually genuinely interesting for paiN, though, because that first half, as you mentioned, so many opening kills, just really struggled. It was really the B-site defenses that struggled, but I'm sure they felt like, oh, we should have won way more rounds and we couldn't do it. Well, this would be the time to prove it if that was true. But it doesn't look like they've learned too many lessons. Still playing back.
Execute up and over. We've got 3 map points, so Astralis could just send this in, knowing their success rate in overwhelming this B defense throughout the first 12 rounds of regulation. They'll go for it, and Snow, again, it's a one and done. Pyria here with an oppo, and Biguzera, for the first time ever, it feels like, that CT rotator getting away with a kill, and not just throwing out utility. Fuzi, 1v4, 17 seconds! And he somehow gets it, but bomb doesn't belong to him. If only he had that, it would be made that much easier, but VSM slides out as he scoops it up. A hell of a couple of shots out of Fuzi,
Bro, it looked
sure.
like Monacy for a second.
But it is paiN to at least win one in overtime.
And it is a much better B setup overall. I like that Pyria immediately moves into a committed spot instead of trying to play retake, which they've tried to do so many times. He's also the guy to get the first kill of the round.
I mean, he took damage and swapped into the AWP and then headed over to this B site. What scares me is that for a moment, it was a B site that had snow and a 3 health Pyria.
And Big Uzera.
Short. He rotated in. But he rotated in with impact. And that makes a difference. They'll try to get away with the same boost that just cost them the 5v4 last round. Nobody home for paiN this time.
It definitely has been a feature of HooXi's calling that they'll try the same thing. They don't think their opponents are going to try the same thing twice.
Being given the space to set up in a 5v5 with 3 defenders leaning in this A site right now. Still enough utility to draw attention from Big Uzera. He wants to go back to a banana peak, but he's already only operating on 50 HP. Oh, but he sees the approach. Stair catches him off from wood. Safe in CT spawn again. Awareness. Up close, he lands these. And that is going to send the bomb back towards middle while Pyria starts to stomp the apartment's push.
That's a little hectic.
They seem cautious about it, but he will still deliver a kill at 15 seconds. Bomb dropped in middle. Awkward moment now for Stair as he scoops it up and tries to go running over to a bomb site that's already been secured here by Fuzi. Just enough time. They will plant that bomb, smoke off Moto, try to deal with the Pyria ult flank that they already knew about. And while that flash pops briefly, it is paiN now with no nades, 4 guns and 4 kits, and twice the bodies of that of Astralis, as Fuzi only pulls the trigger for the second, but misses his chance to strike one down. Now it's an easy kill for Stair as he catches back's turn. The pit player cleared, and paiN will go 2 for 2 so far in overtime as well.
Actually a little scary now for Astralis. They had this gap to work with, but now it's just 1 round and it's back to another overtime. We saw how there were a couple close shaves there in the first half of overtime. Another moment where we're still really liking safe sopping. Like, it feels like every time he walks into an angle, he will get the kill. He's kind of got that about him at the moment. Pyria also extremely good moves. He hears one player running, but he's technically not totally prepared for a walk peek, but I think he keeps it in his mind. Oh, that's damage.
And the leg shot. Odds ever so slightly more in paiN's favor. Not only the op tag on Ryu follows suit with half of Stair's health taken off the frag grenade and an early 3rd piece from paiN's defense already here on B.
Yeah, they're learning and playing in their way. They're not maybe getting aggressive, but they're leaning at least.
Oh, but the flash is good, and so Stairs wallbang that lineup. VSM cuts 2 down to size. Astralis had found so much success on this B site throughout regulation.
When did the util get so good from paiN? They were also missing a bit of that.
Nothing in overtime for the attack of Astralis.
Oh boy. Bit of egg on their face for this one. Clean sweep the first OT. Can't grab 1 T round.
The evolution in paiN's B-site defense from overtime to regulation. Oh man, it should be studied. Rock solid as VSM comes in with the triple, not a singular terrorist round win in overtime after both teams posted 8 in regulation. Makes sense of that.
But in terms of winning chances, Astralis just got kind of destroyed in the second half. paiN narrowly lost those first 3 rounds.
And they can go from these rock-solid CT rounds into another overtime on the defense. You know, that extended tech pause to fix Fuzi's in-ears kind of interrupts paiN's momentum. Feels like maybe they are finding it again once they switch to the defense.
Did feel that way.
Yeah, it did. Because they snowballed that second half. And obviously Fuzi needs to be able to hear. But I think paiN would have rather just kept that pedal to the metal. They're on the throttle now, that much for certain. Looking to keep this CT lockout rolling. Ton of grenades again. It is Snow wounded worst. Oh, Hooksy eats one for half HP. He can't see a damn thing. He's getting burned out of his position. Snow can hear that, and Snow just on the edge of the smoke still will be found, sure enough. Felt like he was gonna poke out of it at some point.
Yeah, that was just not gonna work if he didn't move off a flash, right? Eventually that smoke comes up, he's gonna get spotted. Best they get out of this is some damage.
So back to Safe's court as smoke fades in middle.
This is a weird spot to be at this point of the round for Safe, so let's see if they're ready for it. Oh, yeah, they
again. Second kill of the round on the brink of 30. Backs turn to him. Oh, and VSM dropped with nothing. Pyria! Oh! A triple kill. Finally, something goes well for paiN in this round. If only it left more than BigUzera to the clutch. He spots contact in the player Little Pit. It's only 2 players to get through, and that damn near kills him.
That was insane. Down at 12.
But watch as BigUzera will try to figure this one out.
He wants every gun. Which gun do you want?
Looking for more util? I mean, Incendiary picked up. That's gonna flush a player out, and he's gonna dive the own fire. Tries to play with timing, but it's a double up inside of the pit he's not prepared for. Hooksy on the off angle, surviving on 12 health. Stair kicks it off. Hooksy sticks the landing. Pyria tries to be the hero, but that mowdown not enough.
Should have been no chance until Pyria got that triple kill.
Snow just can't see a thing.
He just kind of had to make a move. I think he had to pick a flash to try to push. He's already down to 26. He's sitting in a smoke that'll come up. It's actually great util damage that's being dealt, obviously. Some of this stuff is unconfirmed, so he's not sure about it. But that was his chance.
Finally, Terrorist round win. Whoa. In overtime.
That would have been a nice way to find a frag. This is where, again, they get this early rotation. It's been good for paiN. They've almost never turned it into a push. They go for the flash retakes. Those have been, you know, good and bad. They aren't even going to check it out. And this is just, I feel like Astralis is going to say, okay, they're not checking it out. I think they just are assuming that paiN are playing 3B from this spot. But that's also the power in being comfortable not going for lanes.
Library player, the only one to kind of rattle off shots to announce their position, and then it's a change up. BigUzera goes into the site instead.
Could be a key moment.
Archside feeling very vacant, but that's fine. Clearly, the intention is to move this up short into what is 3 players ready for this hold. Molotov comes through. BigUzera in sight. So far, so good here for paiN. Stair is again trying to be the answer. And as he gets ever closer to this site, it's just a headshot. Activation out of BigUzera, 5 seconds, and that's enough. Death be damned, it is time that decides it, and still BigUzera survives all. What a quad kill from the IGL of paiN.
It's a bit about reading. It's by not moving at all. Essentially, they play 3-2 to the end. Astralis thought that if they're not going to flash retake B and see nothing, all right, well, this is a spot where they're keeping their original lead. They had 3 players there for a second, but no. They went back to A, they committed to it. Astralis really wanted some action before they made a move here. And paiN just did not participate whatsoever. Pushed him into a very late exact. That's when angles start getting skipped. That's when crossfires get even stronger.
Ooh, safe starting on B. Denied his angle. Dangerous moment for Snow. Oh, he's gone unnoticed, but he's so blind that they do find him in the end. Another opening death for Snow, twice in the 3 rounds of this overtime.
Yeah, not looking super comfortable there.
Just eats the flash, fully exposed. At least last time he was able to hide in a smoke grenade for 3 flashbangs of timing. This time he's a sitting duck.
It's a long life, but it's not a good life.
Poor guy can't see Jack. Now all of Astralis set up for this.
Again, though. They're going into 3 players. This time in the back of B site, which is just not as threatening as you think. But look at Safe's line.
Still 2 Molotovs.
Any kind of shoulder peek.
Astralis have enough for the execute.
Well, it has to be a flare.
They're gonna go flash ins. No, okay, late fire. Oh, the new box. Big Uzera picks them up as he was being set ablaze. And it's gonna be Ryu's answer back with 2 kills off Orange. Big Uzera can't go for another quad kill. It falls on Pyria. He's gonna test this smoke. It's being held from the back of sight, but he gets away with it! Ryu! Okay, could not afford to have missed that coverage. Ryu comes in with a rebound as he secures 4 himself.
Oh, the spray is just a touch messy, but it's Ryu on the other side of it. He killed everybody on the site, and then the rotator to close. A great clutch, a chance now for Astralis to get 2 on the attack. Snow's just had a terrible time these last couple of B rounds.
Right before the molly pops. Watch this CT push if we have it. Just the cleanup as he has to swap even to the sidearm. 1 more bullet out of Pyria's gun, and it's paiN 17-16 instead of the inverse.
Something like that.
It's paiN 17-16. Yep. Pyria hits 1 more bullet.
Oh, and Pyria hits 1 more bullet. I see.
Instead of the inverse. Not eating your crazy pills, buddy. First to 19. Oh, that's a tough one to stomach if you're safe. Ryu, really. He's got the op behind him. Why not? Able to just lock into the back room. Even looks to come and try to catch this kill. He knows you're out there. And he just holds on. Almost.
So close to locking that down. Molly missed.
Still worth it.
It's
Nade
good
almost
damage.
gets him.
It's very good damage.
Just a fantastic opening test. Leaves Astralis in such a winnable position at the minute mark. And look, they clear out Banana. Everybody's stampeding over. I mean, this feels like an 18th guaranteed. I don't want to speak too soon. paiN would need a hero. And they do group 3 players up inside of the apartments at the moment. And just enough timing for Astralis to also peel back towards B.
Full HP players up here in the halls, first 2 out.
Even the Arch player's leaving.
Yeah, they're starting to doubt it.
Fuzi, it's now awkward. Pit player, just the one and done.
Fuzi hits his.
Good on him to at least maintain that mid control, but it's going to be a post plant secured. Safe. He's playing with nades. But nah, it's not like anybody actually overstepped that limit. It is a nice wrap from Fuzi from short in through the apartments, and so quickly that timing could definitely catch paiN off guard.
Where do they find an edge here? Big Uzera thinks actually to push the smoke. What a crazy
player setting up a flash. It's a good move to make. Big Uzera, even not only that, but Safe gets his. He comes back. Now to the 1v1. It's Big Uzera on the brink of another quad kill. Dinked. Stair closes the gap, and he'll get there. He'll get his. They'll take 18 and 2 map points.
Oh, it's all about the clutches now. It is coming down to the nitty gritty, and it's Astralis who have won the last 2 big ones. A really nice play there from Big Uzera between him and Safe. It felt like Safe was going to make the move up lane. Instead, he pushed through Arch. Tried to put the responsibility on his shoulders.
Oh, and that was starting to feel like it was getting away from Stair.
Yeah, he's running out of ammo. Pistol was coming out next.
3 shots left in that magazine. Just enough. Double nades comes out from Banana.
Still, even though, to see these rounds that start out so strong.
Oh, Snow got damaged, man. And he had such a tough go of it playing Banana on the CT side in overtime.
He's committing, though.
He could meet his maker. Stair's been lights out.
Stair's really good at these feet.
Yep. Again, Snow, full white. Safe will return the favor. Missed op shot out of Fuzi. Could have just gotten man advantage secured for Astralis. But it doesn't look like the CTs are going to shy away from this. Another flash and another test. And that tags Safe down to 5 health. Hooksy gets him. Nice re-aggression from Astralis.
This can finally be the close.
It's going to push paiN, though, forward into this A site. Ryu trying to be set up by Jabby, but they get pounced on. Nothing between them.
Wow, VSM makes it quick up into the site. Smoke down on Moto. 2v3 retake. paiN looked to stay alive.
Fuzi and Hooksy scratching their heads as if, didn't we do our job? And yet this A site crumbles with nothing to show for its efforts.
Brought some of these retakes close. They still have time. They have smokes.
And the money for the buy in the next, so give it the Hail Mary. Utility up and over. They decide to smoke in sight. That'll cut off an angle here for VSM.
Okay.
But Fuzi's dead instantly, so now Hooksy taking up that smoke as a route into the bomb site just becomes a bit too much of a gimmick, and that hit into the A site just goes off perfectly for paiN.
Yeah, VSM's a spear. Runs right up through lane, into the site, 2 kills. They're just not ready. Liking Astralis on the openings in these rounds. paiN, though, with the right call at the right time. Like, right when the site's a little weaker. That tempo's working out. But then Astralis in the late rounds. The clutches have been going their way. That could make the difference in this game. They still have just 1 round, and they close out this map. Gonna have to be back-to-back clean sweeps. Oh, value grenade.
Yes, sir, but furious timing. It's good for his. Gets Ryu to just tuck into the pit. We've got also Jabby on the scene. A quick split back, though. paiN.
Wait, they have so much time. They're running back.
Yes, sir, they pull away. Bomb to lead this charge.
And nobody's on the bottom of Banana. It's these snap calls out of Big Uzera that have actually been gaining them a lot of value. But the early preemptive smoke here from Stair, they're not going to respect it.
Nah.
When's the last time they looked at a smoke and thought, no?
They dive through, and luckily for them, the flash finds its mark.
What a crazy call.
Stair blinded in the heat of that. But it is still awkward to try to take the site. VSM goes forward, and nobody else is actually extending to try to get that trade-off. 30 seconds, Stair denied. Safe yet again has big impact, but look at the health bars. They're low across the board for paiN. It's tough, and just that shoulder gets it going. Hooksy to try to make the difference. Extends forward with man advantage, and now a late arrival from Jabby off of Banana is going to find Back's turn. They try to get off site. They do get one deep into CT. Big Uzera quarter health. What does he have to do this? Hooksy's gonna stick it, and after 5 failed attempts to close this game, Astralis finally finished their map pick. A 19-17, the final score, multiple OTs needed, and some praise to paiN for the pace of play in a lot of those rounds as the game went on, but ultimately, Astralis survive.
I don't even know what to make.
Astralis now expected to be victorious in this best of 3, but I think that those kinds of minute timings are a reason to believe that paiN might still be able to pull this off.
I think this map is just necessary to figure out who's the team that should win. I think we have 2 like kind of very close calls, so it's just a series that calls for a third map, and It's nice to see Astralis break their OT curse in the end, come up with some really big clutches, or, you know, denial of clutches, really, as paiN got close to some very big upset rounds. A Mirage should be a lot of haymakers, a lot of fun. And I think we've now seen both teams warmed up. And I think they need it because also they're not looking like teams that are going to get much farther in this event, if that makes sense. Little rough around the edges.
Taking over an A site that has a whole lot of vacancy. Not one paiN player found on the approach here from Astralis. Back in the T-spawn, we get a chance for Fuzi to duel. He'll just disengage from that. Why give up the death? Why let the ramp go? HooXi and Fuzi and Stare with 3 quick kills. Once the clash begins, it all comes up Astralis. A T-side pistol looking like theirs for the taking, but a test here because, oh my god, that's BigUzera with a kit. He found the crossover. BigUzera half second. Oh, it was half second left. Talk about making Astralis
I've never seen that before.
Just running it in.
Because they planted default and played jungle.
Every other position.
They played everything again.
Every other position.
Not even CT.
HooXi gets the ticket kill, goes, yeah, we need a 3rd guy jungle.
Let's take connected control and plant defaults.
But it is also HooXi, yeah, insta headshot. At half second, he gets an instant headshot on a player diffusing looking down. That's not very easy.
No, it's not. In fact,
I would like to see that full speed because that was, I believe, slowed down a bit.
Might not even happen twice.
Well, well, well.
They don't care how they get it, though. We're on map 3. What does matter is converting.
Yes, sir. Oh, that helps. Stare just kind of feels like he's brimming over with a bit of confidence in this one. Happy to just...
This is a cool call out of HooXi. I mean, they're starting to lean towards the B site. And they get the kill inside B too.
Yeah.
And now they can actually... Like, being able to punish on a round like this is so nice, because you have an investment, right? paiN are going to force up, so... And they would easily save if you avoided them. But now they're in a spot where they...
Hello.
Oh, wait, you could actually get a knife. Which, honestly, that's what... Yep.
That's money. Big injection of cash on top of a round where, at the moment, I was going to say Astralis don't lose a player,
that's
but
the last
one
thing
death.
Here before the Sonic Goblin gets you, by the way.
And he'll get you. But Fuzi will just take all that money, instantly rebuy his Kevlar. All good. 1 death, and it's on the guy who got a knife kill. So, yeah, early A kill from Stare, early B kill from Ryu. And it all falls apart for paiN.
So it goes beyond good start with the amount of money they make, the amount of players they kill, how little paiN have now, which is 3 deagles, and a smoke grenade.
Oh, like
That's actually crazy. They come in with 3 more deagles.
Ominously. And a smoke grenade. Well, the deagle hits harder than any smoke ever will. Safe. Oh, he gets away with it. 3 black backs turn.
He does.
And Pyria, I mean, that's perfect timing for him to get a deagle headshot. He grabs the Galil. Oh, but in running forward, gets heard, gets held, goes down, damage dealt, Stare is dead. 2v2, we go right back, and BigUzera and Snow only have those pistols. But the 3rd deag still here.
Oh,
and the smoke grenade.
Vision. Whoa, that bomb is in a terrible spot.
Smoke goes out. Creates a bit of uncertainty.
They didn't see the bomb, maybe.
But Ryu's got the window held, so that smoke grenade's really nothing. He catches the headshot. It's a big wrap around for Snow. He hit the jump. He found the timing, gets the kill. Down to Ryu on 76. Snow's deag. It's body shots, but no better. 40 health the difference. They convert the pistol and then almost lose that one.
They can't hold the window from the left side. If he was watching it, if the bomb's in front of Get Right, he could have actually had that line. But I guess they knocked it down and didn't see it. It was Pyria who got this kill.
Oh, very slick from Snow.
Ooh. And even though they get 4 deaths there, Fuzi with his knife kill goes right for the op into the rifle round. normally a moment where it would be a bonus.
Oy.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, decision surely made easy with 4 deaths on Astralis' side.
Still don't know about Fuzi's op.
Safe's a dead man early. That's catwalk
Again, love the call.
compromised. We get this shuffling of paiN pieces as it is Pyria to move up catwalk in Safe's absence and Big Uzera to take over the site. He'll find the hooksy headshot swiftly. Pyria goes for the cat clear, but there's already a player extending into him. Oh man, did he not get the memo?
Yeah, that was a little messy. Like, the exec is coming, but Big Uzera's position, like, there's no way he could have held for them scaling across the site that way. Worried about a mid lurk, and it was Ryu in mid earlier, so maybe that was on his mind. And Ryu will look to cause him more problems. Hard to say who's advantaged in this fight. We'll see if Ryu holds the line. Uh-oh. Okay.
It's going to be a hard-fought save. If Stairs also hunting. You go back to Inferno. White-hot start out of Astralis there as well. Took some time for paiN to collect CT round wins. They win 3 of the last 4 on their CT side. That is why we had any conversation at all as that comeback happened on Inferno. So paiN's proven ability to be able to fight back into these strong Astralis starts. We've witnessed it this evening already. Man, this guy's got all the tactics.
Gotta cool off. Timeout called early. They got a lot on their plate already, man. Fuzi still got this op. They have lots of money left over.
Oh, yeah.
Coming with a good buy, their kits and everything.
Don't get spotted, then we sneak, yeah? But if we get spotted, do the same thing we usually do, you know? Go back.
Look at disgust.
Just
Out of figures.
so mad.
Looked like he was 80 for a second. Just,
These rounds move too fast.
Get out of there.
He's got reason to be frustrated as it's looking like another strong Astralis start.
That was Fuzi's top shot. I don't even think he could see anything.
When you got a feel for it, you don't need to see it. Now Big Uzera dead at 1 and 5, Safe 9 HP at 0 and 4.
I'm really appreciating the pace here for Astralis. They've been, I think, a little cloudy on the T sides, figuring out when is a good idea. Now they're not really overthinking it. Look, they're already moving into their A attack while they're taking mid control. Their util is actually causing kills. They can even afford that. It's CT's wide open. It's a great time to go A.
Jabby gets tagged back, has to just kind of sit inside a palace for a second. Ryu's almost dead. He'll stay back on ramp. He doesn't really have to get into this.
You can attempt this, and Hooksy's waiting for you on the way out.
Do you feel like Snow's been blind for the last 2 maps?
Yeah, he did not have a good end to the game. It was actually such a classic Snow map. You had some very explosive moments. You had a very close call in that 1v4 ace attempt. But just some of the regular stuff, just, you know, getting out into B control. Ooh, you know, if you're a B player, it's like, we can feel for you if you get flashed, but also, like, that is your whole job, is to navigate all the utility that's coming out from the T side when you're trying to take banana control, and a couple of times he was just eating the utility. He's also one of the culprits that in regulation, way back at the beginning of the game, he couldn't put up multi-kills as an anchor.
Let's just repeat.
Which, to be honest, when you think about Snow, you think about him really good, on paper, aggressive banana, not so much as an anchor in the site. Like in the boring positions, it's not where you want to have someone like Snow. He's like a pretty active player, right? Yeah.
It's just been this.
That was it. He was just blind. He didn't see it, at least.
All of Banana on Inferno, even this, trying to hold jungle and just the entire time. So I don't feel like his duels have been made easy.
That was Snow looking in a mirror.
But still, they are equipped to try and put up some kind of a fight here. Rifles back in hand, no op to counter Fuzi. Rifler is just allowed to tiptoe through, and it's 3 players into the B apartments again. That smoke grenade that goes deep, but I feel like Astralis have really not respected the utility that the B site players are throwing out.
paiN are expecting a lot more going on in middle, but it's been extremities in the game plan. The smoke misses,
that
doesn't
helps.
matter. Gets a kill for Fuzi. And it's a kill from Palace when they're about to pop B.
Yep.
They have no anchor in the back of the site.
And the cat guy's dead. Oh boy. It's perfect here for Astralis. I mean, come on. What more could you have asked for? They haven't even taken a lick of damage.
I'm loving the game plan here.
Well,
this is an oasis in the desert for Astralis. A really good sign for their T sides. Little disappointing, obviously, for paiN.
We're trying their damnedest to survive this round at this point. Ooh, they are 3 kills into this clutch. They're going for it.
Fuzi's a little out of position
They're
now.
going for it. It's all on Stair. Fuzi's going to be chasing him up catwalk. Stair obviously knows he's coming. Big Uzera in the sights. Yeah, dead. Stair has been their pillar tonight, as he will find 3 kills, deny paiN that Hail Mary of a 2 versus 5.
The upside of losing those players, got the CTs to commit. They wiped the board of the CTs.
Yeah, true.
No chance to win.
Kind of baited into losing it all. Come on, just one more hand. Just one more hand. Now it's a 6-0 Astralis T side.
Second time they've been able to get out of that second window, get a free kill on the B side. It's kind of just like the perfect game plan out of Astralis, but also like paiN make it look amazing by trying to play very doubled up on cat, doubled up on connector, looking for mid fights, not finding those at all. And even actually when they do, Astralis just win them flat out as the opening kill. Now, this is a 6-0 start from Astralis. It was a strong start back on Inferno, but this is a little bit different. This one, there are no close rounds in here. Besides that, I guess the pistol, which was almost a ninja defuse in plain sight.
That's the closest you've come to a round. It's a scary outing so far for paiN. I mean, I'm sure they felt like they've just blinked and it's 6-0. It was a hard-fought affair on Inferno. It's gonna have to be the same damn thing here on Mirage. Safe will open up for a man advantage here for paiN. Great opening considering the rest of the buy here for paiN. This is just a round where they don't fully invest, come in with majority SMGs in the 5-7, have no grenades from here on out, and also no kit. So a 5v4 op shot from Ticket, you take that.
Why is there an extra gun on the ramp? He actually had an op he was swapping out to an AK. How'd that happen?
Who?
Fuzi.
Oh. Big Uzera from the corner.
Did all that, came back, made so much noise, and now drops the bomb.
And it's clean. Not a bad round considering Safe opens with the first kill inside of the ramp. And from that point on, paiN's first found.
Like if you're all maxed out on money and then you drop the last round with a half, you're dropping the second gun, but
was it
I
not,
feel like a little early.
Was it not Jabby's rifle?
Oh, Jabby's rifle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, first gun there. Big Uzera may have not found it himself, but he'll get it by the end of the round. There we go. Oof. It's a good burst of energy. paiN, hard fought first round win.
Miss window smoke on purpose, of course. Fuzi up here.
Oh, missed chance. Would have been a great find to drop Big Uzera like that. Ryu's gonna try to move it forward instead. Connector players active, but not watching. Oh, great recovery from Snow. That could have been real lethal and not to paiN's favor. Instead, 4v3 for the defense.
That's fierce out of Snow. This one to stay afloat for paiN. In a decent position to triple up. Oh yeah, that's 3 on the route. Oh, could it be the ace? No, Fuzi will deny it. But
Grabs bomb, and honestly, these smokes keep things separated. If he just gets this ticket kill, well, maybe there could have been something to have, but Safe again in those hectic moments delivers an op shot, and paiN are not just going to win 1 round, but 2 consecutive instead. And remember, letting paiN getting back into the CT side of Inferno really cost Astralis their chance at a stomp on map 2.
it's a great shot there from Safe.
And that's a bottomed out Astralis as well. They will limp into this one with a single Desert Eagle. It belongs to Hooksy. Bomb amongst these 4 players. And Biguzera could be swarmed. Could have also just held that left click and gotten more than the 1. VSM deals with the Deagle. They'll take that M4 they've earned and try to use it elsewhere. Fuzi surely hands that off, sitting on 19 health. It'll be Jabby's responsibility, and we've already got Pyria with an op unexpectedly. An evolution here in paiN going for a secondary op. Deep angle, Pistols had no chance. Add to that Snow's push and wrap around through T-spawn. This is a very active paiN round, knowing they've got a huge advantage. And he doesn't throw the flash. Waiting for the second. M4 is down, and so are the hopes of Astralis with a robbery.
I mean, right back at it, to be honest. It's 6-1 to begin with, but this is pretty massive climb back in out of paiN. Fuzi into the op. We had some perfect calls here for Astralis early on. Right site, right time. But it kind of feels like their game plan has sort of evolved into going into mid. paiN have just kept doubling down on the fact that this will happen eventually and have started to get the fights they were looking for.
Get space out. Oh, wow. Safe still under the utility. Goes for the climb up, clips Ryu, now waits for the deep challenge to come his way. And Hooksy hits the pause button right there on the brink of it. A lot of bullets flying through those smokes, and on top of that, utility sent towards Palace that's going to turn Jabby away with 1 HP. Bomb is planted default, and 3/4 of this post plant is off the site. Hooksy's hoping to be the hero here, but what's on the other side is, of course, that op in Safe's hands, plus Biguzera. I would almost say it all banks on Hooksy. 3 players coming his way, nobody else really with vision. Jabby gets a deep angle, but that's a Jabby with 1 HP. Stare from the boxes, catches his, finds himself alone. It's gonna have to go big, and it's Pyria over the top, and they stick the landing.
It was another default plant?
Yes, it was.
What are they
with 3
doing?
players over towards ramp, and 1 on Hooksy. That's why I said it's all on him. He's the only player in sight once that bomb goes down.
I said that even though I thought it was planted opposite triple, because if they're all playing Tetris, like they're just 1 smoke away from not seeing anything. They just had 2 passive positions overall. None of these angles really T-favored. That puts even more pressure on them. They can't even play from within the A ramp.
One more full buy after this, but Astralis' 6-0 start fizzles out at the end of the half. It gives a door open to paiN where they can just remind themselves what they achieved on Inferno, but that's also assuming that they hold this one, and VSM will find the right timing to spam through. Still, 3 members of Astralis stand. Bomb hesitates for a moment. They'll go for the default plant, and where do they play? Offsite again.
What in the world is this? I mean, we've got 2 smokes coming in from the CT side. That's a free kill for Pyria. Very nice for him to be patient there.
Yep, with an op, so has to play off the 5-7.
But it's like you're playing this close because you have to run up if you don't catch him on the cross.
Nate's perfect for these positions. VSM finds the headshot, and nothing they can do about that one. Another successful retake by paiN. set up perhaps by, you're the color commentator. Please explain it.
Planning default instantly when you have an open site. They're planning for by the way, planning for CT without it being smoked, and they don't even have a kill there.
Yeah, bro.
They're literally safer to plan on the other side of it.
It's the look on your face when I looked over at you. It's like
happening?
For the third time.
Why is everyone planning default?
I don't know. I never got the memo, but I mean, even that nade placement, like
even if you were playing at least Palace,
yes,
then you got a cool position to defend against default, even though you get peek from the right side.
Sure.
But no CT, one player missiles at best.
Active moves here from paiN. Are they really going to answer back with a 6-round streak of their own?
Pretty impressive.
It's been so tight this entire match. And at the start of the series, the rounds were just blowouts within themselves. And it was so hard to kind of like paint a picture of the game and explain the results round by round. But as this game's gotten on, bar maybe some weird bomb plants, we've at least had big heroic moments and at least streaks of victories as both teams adapt. VSM, he can sense you inside the ladder room, but HooXi's going to be given the space for the time being. Jabby clips one. It's a casualty on the A site that's going to get Stare active. Nicely done. Off of HooXi's flashbang, just zones Big Uzera into the side of the staircase. Safe is hoping to deliver an op shot here, and he will land that on Jabby. Man advantage earned by paiN, 30 seconds to the clock, and that's going to force... Ooh, I thought into the op, but no sir. Fuzi gets away with the plant. And so suddenly the retake's on once more. Bomb finally not planted default. Astralis finally not on ramp.
Oops.
Fuzi starts to head that way, decides he wants to get into the action, clips a player off site, finds his first of this round, and pushes Pyria into a clutch that he can't pick up. Astralis will not allow paiN to get that 6-round streak. It's a 7-5 half out of Astralis to hold on to this lead.
All right, we're at the BLAST Bounty with Astralis, who've obviously qualified through the online portion, now making it to the LAN. First things first, I just kind of want to get it out of the way. I feel like the way you guys bowed out of Cologne and some of the comms that sort of came out there showed some tension, that there was some frustrations about maybe a lack of communication or people taking responsibility in those moments. How is that going to be avoided in this season?
Like, I think the tension, or whatever you want to call it, is just from us not being happy about how we perform. And I think that is something we all agree with on the team. In terms of like the in-game stuff, I think we try to change style a little bit now, going a bit more back to what we did in the start of the year, and I think it will suit people better. Yeah, hopefully that will fix some stuff.
I mean, I agree. You all said it was end of the season, and like as he said, after like a couple of rough tournaments, of course, it gets tough to know how what the solution should be, and then we just tried to fix something fast, which was not the best solution. We found out, and now we are kind of starting on a fresh one with a good long break, you know. So the mental refresh, and we're not like too much thinking about the tough tournaments we had before the break. Now it's like a new season. And we got some new people as well in the organization too, so that's also something new.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at specifically the players not here, Ryu and Fozi, it seemed like when they first joined Astralis, they seemed to have some pop-off games, some good events. Now they've really been struggling. You think specifically your change-up in playstyle is going to help them?
We were playing like this kind of more loose freestyle in the start of the year, and then we gradually got more and more structured to a point where it was like way too structured for people to feel comfortable. We kind of had to make the mistake to realize that people were not feeling comfortable enough to like show their full potential, and hopefully, like I don't expect us to, you know, just snap back into like what we did when we were the best, but you know that we will see some signs of improvement and then get there.
I'm actually curious more about your position, Stare, because now you've had some time playing all or most of pretty much all the good spots. So how does it feel now going toe-to-toe with all the best players in all those best positions?
I mean, it feels good. It's my positions I like the most. I also think I thrive the most in those. I mean, I don't know if you can say I am like toe-to-toe with the best, because I think our competition hasn't been as good as the others. Like sometimes we have had some tough tournaments and like went out kind of fast, so we didn't meet like Vitality and Spirit as much as some other teams maybe did. But I definitely like it and feel very comfortable in my positions now.
Two-part question. What are your guys' expectations for this part of the bounty? And then afterwards, what are the expectations for the season, or what are the goals?
I mean, we haven't really talked result-based expectations. I think it's kind of, even though we didn't change lineup, it's still very new, and we just want to do like better and better. And of course, for the whole VRS thing, it's important to get some random wins under the belt, not necessarily like winning an event, but get some wins and play better than we have been doing, and get people comfortable. I think it's just what we have been talking a lot about, that we want to feel good playing again, because we were not feeling good the last few events of last season. So.
7-5 half for the Astralis team by the end of that half. And one more sprinkled in. Some awkward moments, sure, but ultimately, numerically, a very good spot, I think, for Astralis mentally to be kicking off a CT side of Mirage.
Yeah, totally. This is they kind of got the hard side out of the way, did very, very well. They were crushing at first, but I think paiN will feel pretty good. I think they would have been happier, to make it 6-6, but they'll have to make do.
They were in a worse place before they got into double overtime on map 2. So let's see what they've got for us. They've shown real resilience tonight, and they barrel back into this pistol round to try to start their own T-side streak. It was Astralis with a 6-0 kickoff on the attack in the first half.
They've got a real fire underneath them right now.
Looks he's going to go running in. He's met by smoke and dealt with. So paiN very quickly here to cut into the lead of Astralis.
Well, it looks like we're guaranteed a close map at this point, which is the best, considering, you never want the best map to be the second one. And that was a heater by the time we got to overtime.
13-10 win for paiN on Nuke. 19-17 victory on Inferno for Astralis. We have had a real difficult time separating these squads this evening.
And it's a revenge match for Astralis after the major.
That it is.
paiN pieced him up.
Final half of this quarterfinal. Who's your semifinal competition? Find out at the draft show after this. Spirit, Mouse, FaZe, and one of these two teams. Easy does it. And more importantly than the draft show, remember that Nat's going to have to go out there for the Bounty Bonanza.
Yes.
Spin that wheel.
I heard someone's winning the Bonanza tonight.
I heard if you win the Bonanza, James Banks rappels in from the ceiling. With
All
your
right.
new car.
With a car,
Yeah, with a
guaranteed.
new car.
All right. You going to put a guarantee on that?
Nope.
All right.
No promises.
Whoa. Doesn't even look like they're close to getting eco'd.
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
Right, for once.
Is this a new paiN that we're seeing?
Nice. Safe, showing us some rifle work, but still getting popped by the end. That's 2 casualties on the side of paiN as they tie this game up 7-all. And they got that Galil into Snow's hands. So 2 AKs Galil move forward here for paiN.
Booyah.
Oh yeah, it's a great idea.
We get a translation?
No, it's between him and me.
Okay. How many languages can this guy speak?
Do you count Klingon?
I do.
Oh, well then, 3.
The heck? I thought you could speak French.
Yeah, well. Fuzi into the...
Yeah, this looks like a good idea.
Right?
Oh, actually, I thought it was safe on the other side. Maybe...
Safe's coming. He's bringing that bomb in the backdrop.
He is.
He's also got a Galil.
The look on his face. What is the look on Vigazera's face?
He's been confused since this third match started.
I think he needs new glasses. Yeah, this definitely looks like they could walk into an op shot. At least one. Depends on how they exact, but the flashes are about to come over. Fuzi will be hooded from them.
It's Hooksy up catwalk as the closest support, and easy does it. Pyria just tiptoes into his death. Fuzi gives it an extra jump spot, calls for assistance. That's Hooksy to lock in. Just down over towards the arch, and paiN can drop all this utility that they want, trying to smoke out the windows for the rotators by the time they commit, but because they've taken this time, it is already 4 players on the scene. There's a world where paiN individually fight out of this, but it's gonna be a hard-fought battle. Look how ready Astralis are. 20 to the clock. Arch players trade. Here comes Safe, long-range spray, and they just can't get the numbers. Great rotation for Astralis in the gun round to get themselves back in the lead.
Great to see the setup victory here for Astralis. Fuzi in the right place for an easy shot, and if they get caught off by the connector player, then maybe the rotations get a little funky, but I don't think Fuzi moves. I think they still have a really good chance of getting the early warning system over on B. We got a timeout. This game gets a little bit more tense. Money's just terrible here for paiN.
Yep.
But Safe can look for his op next round at least.
They do pressure on one of the sides and then they want to do something else, okay? So you can also be...
It's just a small snippet from Jabby, but I think it's just a very real read of the situation. They're going to do a couple of things on one site, and they're going to move it somewhere else. And it's like, that is exactly what paiN have been doing for a week now. But it's just so hard to pin down their final destination. The desk broke it down prior to this third map going live. paiN have been good recently at disguising their intentions. Obviously, this round, you've got nothing to disguise it with. Does VSM not have a gun? There we go. Okay. That was freaking me out.
Went and grabbed it.
A Glock for the ramp hit. Bomb in the back of the mid play. So even as some of those players get close to connector, how's the bomb ever going to get to this site?
If they had guns, this would be a nice looking split. They've got every choke point they need.
They've gone through the motions nicely, but again, just no tools for the job. It's going to be an impossible battle to surpass Astralis on this bomb site with all the rifles in position. And I would say, even if, like you mentioned, that split had weapons and they had the right positioning, I think Astralis were also in the good positions to deal with it.
That's totally fair. They were pretty comfortable, I think, where they were.
Nice.
Had vision of everything.
It's a sweep here for Astralis. 5 players up and back where they started this half, a 2-round lead.
That's just going to be a very hard game for paiN now. They had, worked so hard to come back into that last half, and that was supposed to be the fun side. Now, Safe's T-side hopping back on Inferno was, he was hitting some shots and creating opportunities that, most wouldn't be able to find. That might be a bright spot here. Hooksy pulling up on the aggro. Spot like his is really good if it comes, the exec comes in extremely late. Wonder how pushed he's gonna get. Man, he's actually set up so they have to come behind him and, they can set this peak up now.
Nicely done.
Dodge didn't matter.
And move it forward, at least for the one. That's going to serve as a trigger here for paiN, which could have given Fuzi the man advantage earned.
But even just stopping them from going anywhere, that'll kill the clock a little bit. paiN get reorganized.
They've got VSM to tether off of. Already top connector control here for him.
Gabby's spot is great for catching connector stragglers.
Tuck right back in. He actually opts to go top palace. This is what VSM's been waiting for, but Jabby wins the duel. In the same time, they have boosted 2 players up through the window. That was Big Uzera to send his troops over, Safe, who now looks to just work it up through connector. Will they expect a second? Oh, Fuzi given a gift as that second player in snow pops up. Another 4-player survivor situation here for Astralis.
You could tell from Gabby's comms, from this previous round that he's ready for them to get back towards the A side. They did a couple things over at B.
Sometimes I really love Hooksy's reactions to round wins because he feels genuinely surprised.
Yeah, he's like giggling about it.
But I think after the hard-fought battle that they've had throughout this series so far, this one is starting to feel like Astralis are steps ahead. And obviously they'd be fools to write off paiN and what's left of Mirage. But Astralis have earned a confident position at this point. Tons of money, another round where paiN are going to have nothing, a 3-round lead, what should now be 4, as 11-7 feels like a guarantee.
I think definitely a red thread for Astralis through the series. They've looked better in 2 portions of the round. It's the opening part of the round where they can get those opening kills. Even though on Nuke they overcame that. In the end, they really did a good job on opening attempts, banana control, things like that. And then they also have come up better in the clutches, closing things out. Sometimes they don't even have to get there because their openings are better. paiN have pulled out some interesting mid-round stuff, but now it just feels like everyone's a little bit too polished.
Hoping to get lucky with this one. This is no Kevlar across the paiN squad. Just a full execute and a hope that you'll make the defense uncomfortable. Doesn't seem likely. Nice flash out of Stair. Sets up his teammate, and then he'll move through top staircase with the easy double kill. There was no utility to stop him from cresting over top of the staircase. Very comfortable to deal with that one. As expected, the 11-7 off of the back of the paiN pistols. Now they will try with their guns to stave off the Astralis 12th.
I don't know what the pocket play is here for paiN. They don't really have a success they can look back on and say this was just a guarantee. This was such a strong round that they've shelved and, you know, lost a couple rounds that they can come back to. I think even when they've tried to set up and silence over in B, they're getting called out because Astralis are being aggressive. Oh, that's great out of Fuzi.
Yeah, pop that smoke open, clip Big Uzera. Down to the 4v5 go paiN, but Safe is at least taking up free real estate.
Could see the op-in window. Knows he could walk right by Cat.
Nate opens the smoke, but he doesn't peek, and now it's gone.
Stair's keeping an eye on this, right? I mean, he has to watch for both the window jump up as well.
But he's got 40 health, so big advantage here for Safe.
Yeah, that's a good point.
CT player also chucking out utility. That's going to draw Safe's attention back over.
Thing is, Stair put himself in a spot where he can actually rotate from this spot too, and they have 2 B players. So if Safe's going to try to cut off rotations, it might be too late.
Jabby on an op here, right? Double op setup. The timing is disastrous. Fuzi at least tries to help out from the other bomb site. Hooksy finds a headshot. Hail Mary spray, knowing his time limited. Stair tries to track that jump down into sight. Here comes Fuzi. They just wrap up that bomb site.
They can do no wrong.
Gift of aggression. The fact Fuzi finds a moment to get his hands on that play, despite being on the opposite side of the map, it felt like when Jabby turned around the moment Safe stepped into his screen, that was just a disaster.
It's again another opening.
5 map and match points.
And it's also like, this is really unlucky from Jabby. Like, he actually sees him on his screen. But it's also pretty lucky for Hooksy to get that kill.
It goes both ways.
Boy. But that's why we play all these rounds. Some people are going to get lucky sometimes, but overall, Astralis have been a better team. They've proved that here on Mirage.
Into the full execute. paiN will try their damnedest, but their Molotovs are popping in the sky. Surely not making their job easier for themselves. Fuzi is not able to escape off of that ambitious peek from Ticket that netted them a temporary man advantage. But will they expect Ryu to be inside it? Yes. Big Uzera tracks it down with the MAC-10, secures a bit of control in CT spawn. Bomb on default planted, and look, not one player ramp. CT's on the retake now at a disadvantage.
Are they playing this post plant so well?
Flash up into Ticket. Nah, while blind, Big Uzera, you gave him an op. And so you've given paiN a chance. Jabby will test the waters one more time, but they're so solidified on this post plant. The first of 5 match points survived. here by paiN. Sorry, that was very sassy of me.
It was
very
funny
sassy.
because they were all playing the exact right post-plant positions, and then we looked at Astralis, and like not a single one of them did that.
I was feeling sassy.
And yet here Astralis are 12-8.
And they're winning, so I felt like I had the liberty. You know?
Yeah. Listen, they do that tomorrow, they're cooked. So, and that is something that you can win here. That'd be nice. But you go into sleep knowing you've made some critical errors, and that you definitely put the game at risk anyways.
BigUzera with a great round, considering that, again, first guy's hiding in a smoke and ticket, spams him out with a Mac 10. Also, critical portion of the map for him to stay alive in, and then that blind op shot to hold on to it.
Yeah, it was Fuzi took the shot and fell off, though, so he was just spamming where he was falling off to.
No, the second kill. That's safe through ticket for the Fuzi frag, but then the second player who was hiding ticket got found by BigUzera.
Oh, okay. Unlucky, really.
Yeah, Mac 10 of all things. Ryu tried to slip the net. That's why he was frustrated. Confident opening mid-move. Piria's got Hooksy dead. That's B-site compromised. Ooh. Man advantage Astralis. 18 squandered map points today. And
that's tough.
Well, a lot of those
in one day.
A lot of those surely the Mongols.
I think our match helped.
It did. It did.
And it could be helping even more if paiN can find another win here. A re-smoke up connector.
So retake with
4 players in different choke points right now.
And low health on 3. You know, this could be paiN maybe trying to make one too many moves happen.
This comes down to there needs to be some attention to the A site, so safe turns around. This allows Fuzi to get closer. This is kind of the only way they could win.
Fuzi's gonna have a back turn to him. That's a guarantee. And he's lucky that op shot missed, but Snow and VSM, the 2 other players, have both revealed themselves from jungle. It's a smoke on the bomb. It's gonna cause panic. Damage dealt and found. Second test survived.
Dude, why'd they plant for themselves?
2 of 5. paiN moved this one step closer to another overtime.
They did. They have moved it one step closer, but Astralis still have so much money.
19 map points squandered.
True, and counting.
Double op setup here for Astralis. Trying to shake it up one more time in the 22nd round of map 3. That's all that money you mentioned. Still netting them plays like this one. Mid-duel queued up. Oh, but he steps away. VSM doesn't want this smoke. Fuzi actually lets a shot fire off, and now that's a cross out of VSM towards top mid.
Oh.
And then Fuzi thought he wouldn't have gone back during that op on cycle. VSM, confident move considering 0 trade potential.
I mean, the thing is, though, you can't deny that. Op can't get back on cycle in time. Like, for him, it was simple math. For Fuzi, he was the one taking a risk. He told VSM he was off the line. Okay, paiN, time to look alive. The CTs are coming this way. And Stair sneaks into a pretty strong position. Oh, they're fully reading this, man.
paiN hitting the pause button has opened this door for Stair. Oh, but he can't deliver. It's an instant Snow headshot. Safe kills Hooksy. Ryu's gone unnoticed, but gets found out. Not 1 kill. Nothing back for Astralis. 3 of their 5 match points have just evaporated before our eyes.
Are they getting scared? Because they should be.
Now
Fuzi doesn't have enough money for an op. They don't have enough money for a full buy.
Lordy, lordy.
They make a huge mistake here. I mean, it's a very clever move out of VSM, but honestly, what else is going to stop them from crossing, right? It's not going to be another rifle there. He was smart enough to not peek originally when he threw that flash and the molly and the nade into connector. paiN are fighting.
Don't they always?
They do always. That's the That's the charming part about paiN, absolutely. It always feels like they're just battling uphill all the time, but they somehow sometimes crest it. I mean, they've made deep runs. Saw what they did at Austin. Just always surprising what they can pull out.
Sometimes down, but never out. That's what I think of when I think of paiN. And tonight's game, no exception.
Just don't let it. Would it be thematic to end on an eco, though?
It would be. There's been a lot of these rounds that get robbed away for both teams in this one.
I thought we were past this, guys.
Big execute out, scout damage early, Snow moving it forward. Oh, Javi's Deagle. And he gets so much further damage. Fuzi scoops up one. Player inside of Palace falls back instantly. He doesn't want to be a part of this anymore, but his two teammates have already extended out, and they use those nades to try to soften up Fuzi.
Damn.
Palace totally foregone. Bomb off of this flash, trying to close that distance. What does the jungle player do? Stares Deagle, tucked into the corner, misses its chance. Good on Big Uzera, sniffs out the gap, comes in with 2. Hooksy's 5-7, blindside safe. What are you watching?
No.
As now all that's left of paiN are these 2 players back on ramp. Yes, bomb is planted for them. And Hooksy has no kit, but he's got Kevlar and a hope. There's a flashbang being set up so that Pyria can go in for the fight, because look at the health that they also have to work with. That tap elicits the flash, and Hooksy sprays wildly, just can't connect it. Now he knows he's missed his very small window of opportunity, has to go for the save. 4 of 5 match points squandered.
It ends up just being a good call here from Astralis to pick A as a site to stack, but they obviously don't have money. paiN have done a tremendous job of chewing through the enormous bank accounts of Astralis to get to this point. And now they have wiped the smiles from their faces. They're 1 away from bringing this into another overtime. And I can't help but feel like map biases and stats don't matter anymore. I think this one's going to be mental. It's going to be about pressure. And I think Astralis are feeling it. They've had a number of setup victories on the CT side to get them to 12 very early. But just like in the first half, paiN miraculously have come back.
If you want to start 2-8, whoever's playing ticket.
Out of all the rounds that were not won to close maps, I'm curious, just to throw you under the bus here, B-Tramps, how many of those were Astralis alone in this series? It's either a stat that'll matter as we go to overtime, or one that they overcome and close right now in regulation. They've got all the guns in the world. Triple op for paiN. What are you up to?
What the
Yeah. My thoughts exactly. They
went
go
for a pick on a ramp. I kind of love it, honestly, on a round like this.
Makes sense.
I'm just shocked that they're the ones with money all of a sudden.
Sure, let it go.
They really made it out the hood with this round.
I mean,
but no opening attempts. Doesn't matter. Takes a few seconds to go and look for them. I think for Astralis, they're just thankful they didn't have
nobody
to see
has
it.
The bomb. There's a lot of weird timings now created because you're just throwing guns out of the map. Snow's been cleaning the house.
He's gonna stay here.
Pops up.
Oh, he doesn't have good vision, and
Nope.
he gets burned.
And there's an op on this line already as he goes in to test this, but they pull away after nades.
But he's not shrinking under the pressure. Jumps up, calls him out.
Window smoke thrown by Snow, lands as intended.
What's wild is the normal pattern would mean, you know, paiN. Maybe they turn this into an A round, but the bomb's still going up to B.
And now a top
and
connector
Fuzi cleared
smoke.
things out, actually, so he's going to leave.
Smoked off window, smoked off top con, put a player in there in VSM. Hooksy's got a grenade out, and this B-site, this B-site's his entire responsibility. paiN are on the brink of just catching Astralis entirely off guard. He's got his nade out, drops the smoke, turns his back. Big Uzera pounces on him, and now already Jabby's dead as well. Fuzi got one on his exit into this bomb site, close proximity to the site. Bomb now being planted. Fuzi wants to interrupt this, but Safe so ready. And paiN just swarm.
I love that. This has nothing to do with individual efforts. It's just a beautiful call. They put all that pressure up to B. Fuzi disrespects it. They read that. They come into the same site late. It's the last thing Astralis expect after the half that they've seen so far.
Ryu to try to get out here, but he's going to be held from the wall. Dead already.
Wow.
5 consecutive match points survived. paiN have shown incredible resilience because, again, they face a 6-0 start on both Mirage and Inferno, and yet here we go, beyond regulation yet again.
And if you missed Inferno, that was the first time that Astralis won in overtime since PGL Bucharest months ago. Now we'll have to do 2 in 1 day.
Now I really want that stat.
My goodness. A masterful comeback out of paiN, honestly. You know, if that round was sprinkled in the middle, I think it would have been impressive. But the fact that that's the round 24 call, you know, sometimes I look at BigUzera and the way he calls, and he's very good at adapting, and I think that's why he can come back versus good teams. He can take the map at hand.
9 map points lost this series.
And read all the tendencies. But sometimes that means that you start slow, and then you have to come back. And if you come back consistently, like, you always have losing chances.
But you don't crumble under that threat. Can they ride the momentum? 5 in a row for paiN. Ryu catching first blood in overtime. As the smokes get open temporarily, VSM, that's an instant headshot. But he will still fall victim to the smoke spam. Bomb plant.
Not taking that shot.
Doesn't get stopped, but there it is. They reopen that smoke. Fuzi able to catch the kill. They go 4v2 advantage. You'd think this just gears them up for an easy retake. Pyria opts to play backside with bomb planted open.
Yeah, there's a lot of utility from this spot. You can peek stairs, a side of default, but also the victim of grenades.
He still finds a pocket to play from in safety. There's smoke grenades here in abundance for Astralis. Players as well, obviously their advantage. Pyria gets the kill, won't be able to manage a second. Now it falls back to BigUzera. They're going to try to swing into him. Second kill collected. Okay, he just whittles it down off time. Hooksy with the Hail Mary defuse, but he loses on that one. The clutch comes through. BigUzera 1v3 to kick off overtime.
Finally a round where the bomb actually explodes. They defend in the post plant. Another strong start for Astralis, but paiN hold the line all the way to the end. The delay from Pyria and the 1-on-3 from BigUzera.
Just avoiding Hooksy long enough.
A couple of years ago, it felt like BigUzera put up a round like this every half. Now it happens a little bit less often. But what a time to pull it out.
And you can feel paiN just trying to move this forward.
They're in the lead?
Yep. That they are. But down by a man already. Still, this timing, I think they'll take it. 2 players up through connector.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this has got flashes of the round that Maui Snake broke down. VSM catching Jabby, finally something going back for paiN. It cost them bodies to get to this position, but it's also a position that'll catch Astralis off, and we just witnessed a 2 versus 4. Basically, here we go again. VSM trying to get off of the site. They want this jungle play. VSM could just swing wide, and that's a utility over the top here from Hooksy. Soon that connector smoke comes up. Stair tests it, gets his. Snow now left alone, and this time Astralis won't lose an additional body. It's a bunch of damage across all 4, but they tie this game up again.
Better late than never. They break the streak. They come away battle-scarred here. Everybody low on HP, but they win the round. The positioning is sound. And we go back to the last round as well. It's a 4v2, right? So they have 2 really, really strong spots, but in the Inferno overtime, it was the clutches in the end that made the difference, absolutely, for Astralis. They know the paiN CT side is coming as well, so Astralis want 2 in this half. Even though Astralis won the half, it was paiN towards the end that were way better. Oh, they're gonna drop in their guard maybe inside a connector. They're holding this boost for a long time. But now it actually might be the T's that are a little vulnerable.
Look at this from Jabby. He's got the trade in the bag. Ooh, can't nail the second, and it's not just that frag from Biguzera, but VSM over Ryu as well. paiN's first 4v2 in overtime.
They've got a lot of range with the way that they're winning these rounds.
What a luxury for paiN, considering they fought back from a 2v4. Couldn't manage the second time. And now all they've got to do, you think, is group up and trade out Fuzi.
They're coming into A with no smokes. But Fuzi's, yeah, I mean, they've got to lean, right? Astralis just have to gamble in this spot. They're going to go for the B site. It's the wrong place. It's overtime. It's not a situation where they were planning to save. They are hoping and praying that paiN come in their direction, and that's just not going to be the case. I thought Hooksy, when this game started out, was by far and away the better caller. Had all the right reads. But boy, have the tides turned.
Desperate act to close out the CT half, but it'll start with a hope as Hooksy finds one and doesn't take damage in return for that.
Yeah, we could put a pin in it. There was no reason to even swing.
It'll also be weird for Pyria to try to get back into the play. Remember, bomb planted here on default, so this double up behind the firebox. Time, though, time is really the issue. It's such a long road over from that B site. They will flush them out. Both players found. Get on that bomb.
Oh, they actually can.
Pyria's going to have to close this distance.
Oh, the nade.
Hooksy final second, and it's... Oh, he's got it! With a nade at his feet, shrapnel in his knees, a defuse last milliseconds, 2 health from Hooksy.
It goes too far.
They thought they'd have the nade.
They blew that. They swung CT and blew that. Their own 2v4 loss. Oh, that could cost them the whole event.
You've got to be kidding.
One of those situations where you win without doing anything.
2 health. 2 health the difference.
I can't believe that nade misses. I feel for Pyria. They're playing 2 firebox.
Yeah.
They have the ability to defend. They have time to buy for him, but they die at the exact same time with the molly coming out.
Also, I mean, watch the clock.
I can't.
It goes too far.
Oh man.
And you got to stew
if
in
that's
that.
what cost paiN the tournament.
Double op setup from paiN. Again, they've shown us an ability to claw back into this match. But just when you feel like you've got the edge, that is a gut-wrenching feeling. If bouncing back in 2 consecutive maps wasn't a feature of this best of 3 already, I would almost say that breaks you.
The fact that they're flashing into CT to retake, but then they're also turtled, doubled up in a place where they both can get mollied. 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out. That nade under pressure, you know, it's maybe a little trickier than it looks. Has to go over top of the bricks, bounce off the back of default, but I thought it was just a done deal. That looks so free.
Oh my god, dude. These shoulder peaks from VSM.
Pyria misses one. They're going to be scaling off this. No gets a kill.
Yep, op shot collected. Pyria on that second top once again, at least able to hold the line. Looking for the clean sweep on the CT side. paiN put themselves in a good spot, but check out those health bars on Safe and Snow. There's liabilities here, and Pyria.
Nice Pyria.
Considering he misses that first one, hell of a recovery from these pillars in the bomb site.
To be honest, he's been putting up as an opper, and he missed one shot here, but overall, he's had this op a couple of times. He's had very good output. What a kill out of VSM, man. That is crazy.
Lasers.
He said, I know exactly where you are. Oh.
And Pyria, under the heat of that offensive, back into the double op. Why not, considering it just had its value on that B site. Another opening move here for Astralis towards middle.
They don't look to run headfirst into their death.
Good call. But all those rumblings out middle does have a lot of paiN's attention towards this half of the map. And all while Astralis trying to get over towards that ramp room. Ryu's got a lot of responsibility here because at a moment's notice, it feels like paiN could just push and check him. But they don't decide to make that move. Oh, Ryu does indeed overstep right into Ryu. Man advantage and a full-blown execute into this A site. They're gonna feel so small right now, stuck on the stairs. VSM with bullets sailing by him. First peek over top from Biguzera gets blasted out of the round, and paiN have had really no footing throughout this round.
Yeah, and they've actually planted properly this time around. Astralis, it's right in the open. 3 CTs can try to come at this, but they're out of the important utility.
And they've still got that late mid lurk in Ryu queued up if needed. Fuzi delivers on his. Very clean round out of Astralis, and a very critical one to take a 15th. A lot of distraction out middle into a quick reposition. Dare I say it, paiN-esque mid-round moment here from Astralis. And unlike in previous rounds, paiN really don't throw anything at the A site. They just let it go down, let the post plant solidify, and when Biguzera finally goes over that staircase, he is dead in a millisecond.
Yes, they lock in another series point.
Oh, nice transfer.
Wow.
Nice, guys. Sick.
But honestly, paiN from the top of stairs is already desperate when the whole site is getting taken over. paiN may have blew their chance.
Or is it just because OT2 looms? We've actually got defenders in sight and not more so towards connector this time. Small variation in paiN's setup, but also less utility expended by Astralis in middle at the start of this round. It is Hooksy, not Ryu, tasked with the responsibility of serving as eyes on mid. Bomb is going to get scooped and head towards B, and they are going to find Pyria on this op angle again. But that's big.
Oh, that's huge, actually. But this is a previous round.
He's
Pyria
pushing.
knows.
Oh, he missed this, and he's not going to get out that windowsill. All on VSM. M4 Dink's good. Kill's not his. Astralis slicing through the defense in what feels like an eventual end to a map whereby they had 5 chances to close in regulation alone. Overtime is where this one dries up for paiN. They fight back in 2 maps where they are down 0-6 at these starts, but unfortunately slow starts catch up with you in the end. Astralis find their groove, and a hard-fought battle to get through paiN, but it's Astralis into semis.
It is not the clean win they were looking for to end out the night, but winning at all, I feel like they're going to feel blessed. This